What? Karan Sordaryel Angie greetings.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. And welcome back. Hello, Twitch chats. How's it going, everybody? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my Stream Deck just collapsed. Interesting. How are you all doing today? Welcome to... What day is it? Welcome to a day. A day, a day, a day. Welcome to the Tuesday stream, everybody. I, in grand professional fashion, have completely forgotten I'm a VTuber, so let me boot up YouTube Studio real quick. Oopsie. But I hope you're all doing well. What the fuck was that? Alex! Good afternoon, Alex! Congratulations on the first. How you doing? Maddie! Hello, Maddie. Wheeze, good afternoon. Arian! Thank you for the... my stream deck is in another place. That's awkward. Thank you for the... Why is it over there now? I hate this. I still don't have my right arm, so I had to put my stream deck on the left so that I can actually use the fucking thing. Hello, everyone. Maddie, good afternoon. Arian, thank you for the 87 months. Damn. Damn. Thank you so much. I will be looking up a lot today. Apologies. Twitch chat has moved. You're up there now. So... I'm trying to get used to this. I might not get used to this. Menden, good afternoon. Hello, Menden. Slip Silver! Oh, and we shrunk Zoe immediately. Slip Silver, you are the best duckling. Hello. How are you doing? Maddie, thank you for the hydrate. Hold on, let me get that. There will be some challenges to today. I have one arm. I have one arm. It's going to be weird. We're talking about the duck, correct. Like, you're up there now. Like, all the way up there. Meanwhile, I'm not. So, we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. Galandia, good afternoon, Galandia. That work? Yeah, I feel that. I have been sleeping awfully on account of having the stupid splint on. And I just can't sleep with it on my arm, but I also can't take it off. I mean, I could take it off, but I'm not going to. Oh no, hold up, the model did weird things. How do I do this? Oh. Oh no. Now I ruined it. Okay, that's bad. That's the wrong button too. Oops. How about this one? That's not it either. Well, the ears are layered wrong. Now I have to figure that out somehow. Okay. Okay, they're just gonna be... I'm gonna fix this off stream. We're just without ears today. That's okay. Ring Song! Hello, Ring Song. How you doing? Wanted games today? I made that joke literally on the first day. I don't know. I don't know. One Wing Games? No, wait, Right? Hold up. One Winged Games. School holidays are over in the gym. I play table tennis is open again, so I play table tennis later today. Hell yeah! Have fun, Alex. Have fun. Thank you for dropping in. Wait, hold up. Oh, Easter holidays, right? Easter. I have side setting problems today. I'll be being healed soon. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be okay. Like, the main problem is, like, I can have my hand on the mouse right now. So, like, I have mouse, I have keyboard. I have all of that. But normally, I do all of the Stream Deck stuff and all of the settings with my right hand. All of the, like, changing and everything. And that I can't do. That I can't do. My mouse movement is also slightly different today because, I mean, I can't bend the stupid arm. So it's all gonna be a bit... It's all gonna be a bit wonky. Ultimately, it should be fine. Ultimately, it'll be fine though. All right. Plans for today. It is anniversary week. And we're doing nothing. I'm doing nothing for it. Well, we have a Saturday stream. But Easter, I don't know what, but the school closed the last 2 weeks. Oh. Okay. Like weird. I was gonna say, like, wasn't Easter like in April? I don't remember. Me and Christian holidays. No idea. I thought it was in Easter. Yeah, they were off for 2 weeks in April. I don't know. Exam period, like, our school never closed for exam periods. We had exam periods, but like, that was operation as normal for everyone else. I don't know. Anyway, plans for today. So, I just want to play some Monster Crown. Nothing's happened since last time. We obviously played a bit more Memolith last time on stream, so we have progress to make. Other than that, I don't know. That's also mostly going to be the week, I think. We're going to play some Monster Crown, we're going to play some Memolith, and that's mostly the week. I think that's a decent-ish plan. Renoa! Hello, Renoa! How are you today? And then on Saturday, for those of you that haven't seen the announcement on Discord yet, on Saturday, we have a 12-hour stream starting on Saturday. So this Saturday, there are 12 hours of Primal. We are making new cards. I still need to make them. I'll make them tomorrow. We have new cards that we're going to be making and throwing out that you all get to mess with. And it's Primal Campaign Session 2 up until Session who goddamn knows. Who knows? I don't know how far we'll get. I low-key hope that people are going to make this really difficult for everyone and that we're actually going to fail some fights, because I was really surprised that they first tried everything in their first campaign, right? I was really surprised by that. So this time, we're going to make it harder. Harder by adding Twitch chat to it. I think it's going to be really fun. I'm going to be joined by Quill, Hannah, Lucky, and Furthen. I have no idea how any single one of them have taken 12 hours out of a day for this bullshit. But they have, which is really, really kind. So that's on Saturday. I'll mention this a couple more times over the course of the week, simply because, so much Primal. However, with that being said, let's go back from Monster Crown. My OBS is on a different monitor now. This is also... Everything's so weird. Everything's so different. Why? A little feverish? Oh, Reno, I hope you feel better soon. Onion rings? Oh, that one's awful. Awful. Thank you for sharing. How horrific. So, let me, where's my... Remember care? Buttons on the other hand now. All my muscle memory. It's all gone. Oh, and that doesn't work. Okay. There. Easy. Do you remember my hotkeys, Twitch chat? Do you remember my hotkeys? I don't. How's your hand doing? My hand's fine. My nerves are fucked. So, last time on... What's the button for everything again there? we made this creature. This is what we did last time. We got the best stats that we had. We put them onto an Ephil, and we said, hey, why don't we play that? Why don't we just play that? We have a cool moveset. We've got what I consider probably good stats. Who knows? And we have passives that I can play with. Adaptive is probably whatever, but I like the idea. And fast metabolism is a downside I don't care about at all. We also have a really cool Ephil. We have self buffs, we have a lot of damage, hopefully. We've got Equalize. And we've got Marshmallow Lapras, basically. So. We made it to this ice region last time. I do not know where we actually need to go. In true kind of Monster Crown 1 fashion, the game has decided to just like let you go somewhere. Without really holding your hand on where you should be at any given time. Our objectives are as follows. We need to kill 2 more of the kings. We need to gain the trust of Mycroft the 14th and obtain her notes. That's the researcher in Houston. Defeat one of the monsters that hunt you and acquire its flesh. Somewhere in the Crown Nation. I have no idea how we're finding this thing. Then we need to go back to Hickory for the Eagle quest in Glissfield. We can do that right now, I think. Look at the documents in the Schwarzwald ruins for Theris. We can't continue through those ruins. I don't know what we need to do there. Acquire the fossils in the Frozen Chasm, then return to Igbis. We have the fossils, I just don't want to sell them. And then we need to find more Lunarians. And apparently Golondia just discovered the stupid 6-7 meme. Congratulations. Is that all you got today? If so, can you fucking stop? Like, what do you think this is? 5th graders? Annoying. Do we still need to avenge our brother? Yeah, we still need 2 more kings. I reckon that's the mainline quest, right? And Brethren, hello Brethren. Oh, Frigdin. Wait, have we captured this before? I don't know whether we have this. I also don't know whether this Ephil, which we're going to have to name, is going to live that hit. We do have to name that one. And Renoa, thank you for the streak. Quack to you too. Quack to you too. Bedrock focus, okay. You can see that this thing... Brim! Thank you for the 53. Thank you very much. You can see this thing has the slow trait where all slows get doubled because Bedrock got it to -100. Oh, never mind, and then it died. It doesn't matter whether we captured it or not, I just realized this is a Tamer fight. So... we're fine. We could just Cold Flurry for the win, but I think I want to Black Magic through this. I think that's our best move right now. This is like a small trainer. They only have 4 creatures. Yeah, I think we flat out just Black Magic through this. Finally got around to beating Sir Jordan. This game really just goes, you beat the tutorial, have fun figuring out from here, yeah. Monster Crown 1 did this too, and in Monster Crown 1, that was really to the game's detriment. The fact that Crown 1 had less structure was pretty bad. I was hoping Monster Crown 2 wasn't going to do this. However, we can already see that it is doing that. We can already see the first signs, right? The cliff in the first little town was a really good start, as far as I'm concerned. It keeps you in the region, and then you need to progress through what's there in order to break out into the greater world. I would have loved more of that, more structure of that, right? But apparently we're not getting that. The Moth Horse. I forgot we could sprint. Oh, there's another tamer. Multi-tamers. Multi-tamer drifting. Unfortunately, not quite strong enough yet to stay in combat. Not quite strong enough yet. Pretty obvious with the bigger main targets, but yeah, not fond of how they did quests in this. The problem is, yeah, the main target is obvious, but everything in between, right? For example, the Schwarzwald ruins that we need to go through, right, Ringsong? Like, I know that I need to do something to get through those rocks somehow, but I don't know where or what, and I don't even have, like, the only thing I have to go off of is, hey, go to a different region. Like, that's fine, I suppose, if we take everyone's favorite comparison, Pokemon, right? The Pokemon games also famously don't tell you where, like, certain HMs are, and some of them you just have to, like, souse out in the world. If you find a strength boulder in Gen 1 or whatever, you don't know where strength is from until you, like, get through the Safari Zone, and even then you might fucking miss it, right? Like, a lot of the time. And I'm pretty sure that shit's progression locking. So, it's not really different from that, but because Pokemon by itself is a lot more linear, you go from town to town. Unless you get to certain areas where now you can get to 4 different towns or whatever in some of the generations. It feels less restricted, or it feels less clunky. Who are you again? Oh! More wow! The number of tamers. I swear. Hoot. I wish we could just stay in on someone. Let's go Kensei. Let's go get Kensei out. Cruel Horn. Okay. Please stop that. Bonk. Okay, this guy has everything. I forgot that Absolute Fist did that. We now have negative res. We'll live. Somehow. We don't have a priority move. But I believe Cruel Horn is defense-based anyway, so we'll be fine. I start a bit half-assed. That's kind of how I feel about it right now. I'm glad that there are quests and that we do have like a quest log. That's all fine and dandy if you ask me. But I think we're just Draco charging into Fat Slam. But at the end of the day, they're just side stuff, right? They're just side stuff. I do like a lot of the little guys I found in the game, though. I love the creature design. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Monstercron's creature design for 2, even though they're obviously like reusing a lot of the creatures that already existed in 1, but the presentation is so much better, right? Like the creature design is absolutely insane. The Griffin-like creature in the first game, Unstable Form is one of my favorites. I was told about a creature that we never saw in the first area, that I kind of want to go back and try and find, but who knows? Simulacrum, what the hell? Is Simulacrum... So Simulacrum is just substitute. What are you? Are these all the little... These are all the Hooklo forms, huh? These are all of the Hooklo forms. I suppose. So they do have canonical names. The Couché, right? Yeah. Where did you say was that again, brethren? Mess around with colors on a bunch of my creatures. Understandable. I do have that little rabbit we found that I kind of want to... Ooh, Spirit Pull. That's gonna hurt. It did hurt! Oh no. Near the flooded cave. Good FB? Wait, what are you? FB usually stands for Oh, FE rather. It usually stands for an item, right? That's cool as hell. Oh my god. They have so much stuff. Jackal PO. Oh, you've got health. Dragon Blast. I mean, if you don't have health, you might have defense. You have something. Is this just enough? Oh, that's just enough. Never mind. So I want to get back to the fossil real quick. And then once we're at the fossil, is that over here? No. Oh, spider crossing, careful. That was over here. Are you the fossil guy? The frosty codes of this land taught the ancient lords how to perform monster fusion. Okay. I swear it was somewhere over here. Well, there's the other area. This is the only other area we haven't been in, right? The desert? It's so perfect. What are you talking about? I found it. Perfect balance. Do you feel it? Tell me you feel it. I have no idea what you're on about. The cold winds from Frobeck, the dry air of Desperado, they meet right here. I'm standing in the crux of perfection. I have to tell someone, but I'll never move. I have to go, okay? It's so perfect. It's okay. Good luck. Oh, more tamers. Okay, like, I'll happily take more tamer fights. God, I wish we could just stay in on the Apheel. Oh, I wish. We're just gonna see whether we can Seri it. Stagger. But we haven't used a move yet, so Stagger shouldn't affect us, right? Yeah, it didn't really do anything. We could just flurry through. The forest area near the flooded cave. Forest area. Is that north of the first city, or where is that? You might have to guide me there. We can fly once we hand in the relic, the fossils. Alfric! Yo, frick! Bye. North of Appleton, yeah, okay. We might be able to go through that cave now, right? Wait, maybe we can go through that cave properly now. Ooh. What if we mess with that a little? Loot. I just care about this loot. Okay, it's all tamer battles today. It's all tamer battles today. The Courier calls it Unstoppable Dino. Teep! Please hold the line. Your call is very important to us. Like, what the fuck is this supposed to be? I believe we have better stats. Fuck this creature. We did not have better stats. Oh no. Wait, we're fine. Hold up, we're fine. I might try to tough this out. I might try to tough this out, chat. What if we just started buffing and maybe healed a little bit? Let's go do a little bit of healing. Tinnitus Dragon. Dude. I do kind of like the way that it looks. It's like a sassy Charmander. But its name is stupid. Piercing Gaze is the one that applies Petrify, right? Is it? I end up finding it at night, but I've seen some since during the day too. Okay, so it's not time specific. That's good to know. Fuck it, I'd hit Sunshine Bomber. Never mind, I wouldn't. Please don't kill me. Yeah, you can flutter. We have 90% speed buff, I don't care. I'd hit the second one though. No, that's cool Charmandering, son. Oh, Cluster Stab is bad considering we have a... Oh, never mind. So Cluster Step does more damage based on your defense buff, I believe, and we just have plus 90% and now plus 100%, so... Oh, that didn't kill. Uh-oh. Okay, on a good matchup, we just took 7. I think we're okay. Do I have... No, we don't have anything else. This is all we have. I was hoping we'd maybe have a resistance buff too. This creature, I think, is really nifty. I want one of those, please. Oh, good. Oh, goody. Oh, goody. This isn't going to do anything. Isn't Inferno unstable? Yeah. Oh, no, that would have killed us. Never mind. That would have just straight up killed us. Oops. Okay, our offense is a little bit bad on account of we are 20 levels below our enemy. A little bit bad. But how are we doing for... We only have one more black magic before we're out. That's a bit sad. We will have some major... casting issues, huh? Having 3 will attacks, but only 5 unstable attacks is not ideal. I hadn't even considered that problem. Not even unstable, 5 malicious attacks. Malicious, malevolent? One of the two. Oh, we got mute. Oh no! What happens if you equalize this? Like, crowning equalizes nothing, right? Huh. It's a guaranteed mute, and that's a 50%. I would like to guaranteed hit this, but... Ah, okay, we would just hit it. Never mind, RNGesus. I think I might now one half of that creature. Please don't half of that creature. Also, you might now what, brethren? This is just the same thing in blue! Alright, I'm switching. Fine. Get him, Cass. We need like better offensive stats for Cass. Also, let's be honest, I need something that's better than Sunshine Bomber for offense. The 80% hit chance ruins so much. You've just reduced your own health. What? Cool equalizer you got there. Couldn't catch that. You said, I think I might now one half of that creature, and I don't know what that sentence means, brethren. You might now what? What is with these frost rats? Why are there so many? My magic stat! That was the other problem. We had minus 30% magic, and oh my god, we keep losing. I swear low hit chance moves just aren't fun. Unless they're like the standout one, right? No one half of the creature went. Ah, okay. Okay, thank you. Black magic? I'm almost tempted to switch back into this, but let's be happy about the fact that we killed 4 creatures with a level 19. Ooh, you're cool. Oh, there's an elf eating in, yeah. So it's like an elf something that makes this. And then it's just a different form. New Tamer perks! What are we seeing? So no new Tamer perks, we can just pick another one. Sell prices go up. I don't really care about this, I don't want to sell creatures. Pockets that jingle. We should have pockets that jingle. The bonus money will help. While money is technically infinite, that is really a technicality. Were the fossils on the top right? Wish I had a cute honey to cuddle with. I'd even transform it so it isn't bothered by the cold. I should go into the frozen chasm and get some frostbite so I can do that. Frostbite? Honey. Hold up. Wait, what was that? There's a transformation item out there that could alter a human. I can promise you if there was, I'd be like Susan FB. Thank you, Susan from Facebook. No, I don't, please go away. Thank you. Oh, we can heal here, that might help. No, not you. Funny hitbox issue. I could have sworn the frozen chasm was on the left, not on the top right side, but apparently I'm wrong. I thought it was this one. There's that lynx creature. Wait, are you a different form? You're a different color, so you are a different form. Luckily we learned necessary cleave. I don't even know whether this does anything here. Oh no, it's on 7 HP. This was never necessary. It does transform people, but it's not an evolution. No, it really isn't, is it? It really isn't. You, come with me. Perfect. I love finding these different forms. That part's really fun. You've made your way to the low level. Ah, there you are. I want to keep them. Okay, you're not letting me keep them. You've made a very happy collector today, my friend. I'll be smiling for a week. Here's the 20,000 as promised. Like, maybe the fossils don't do anything and this is the only thing you're supposed to do with them. I don't know. Oh no, wait, we do want to fight you. Sending creatures a bit more useful with how prevalent loot drops are. It kind of feels pointless. This is one thing that I'm wondering, because the game says for the highest difficulty, right, for the highest difficulty, oh, money is super limited and you need to plan around money, but if I can just, oh fuck, if I can just leave town and pick up like random loot anywhere, how is money limiting? That's what I don't understand. Somebody managed to fight like 3 forms I've not seen yet. Hell yeah! And the somehow of it is by doing trainer fights because they just have random stuff. Please kill. Okay, we have stats now. We get 9 levels from that other fight. You are there again, huh? A Gririk. Goodbye, Gririk. Ooh. Okay. It seems like our effort might be paying off. A Skrurik. Bye. Unless the game isn't properly adjusted because I bumped the difficulty up during a playthrough. I am tempted to do the same thing, Ringsong. And this is kind of what Monster Crown 1 did as well, right? Like, the balance fell apart as soon as you observed it. Or tried to observe it. Like, the ideas were good, but the execution just wasn't. With extra genome editing and fusion via major story progression. So, you mean that at the start you can't, like, edit all the genes and stuff? You just have to deal with it? I can see why a more satisfying progression would be interesting for that, but honestly I like the fact that we can start messing around with it the second you hit the first town. Or the first main city, right? I do like just being able to play with the game's mechanics instead of having the main draw of the game locked away like that. It doesn't make it as satisfying, and you are immediately going to be thrown into the deep end with all of it, obviously. But I do think it is better to just have it. The move pool, this is something that I've noticed as well, Ringsong, is that the move pool just really isn't great. Like, it's nice that you have over, like, 1,000 creatures and everything, right? Even though a lot of them are form-based. I still think that's great. But how about having 1,000 moves to go with that? Like, a lot of the things we're running are just the same moves. Oh, there's the Beast Island. Are just the same moves. Kind of independent on who we're running them on. And I do not think that's particularly great. Right? This is how this always goes. As we progress through the game, we'll find more and more things that aren't as rosy as they originally seemed, right? It's usually how that goes. Overall, though, even with those being shortcomings, and they absolutely are, I'm still really, really happy with how the game turned out, especially compared to the first one. So it's in this region, you'd say? Somewhere in this region? Or like from major events or something that's a major disappointment and can totally be emulated by not using them to certain points to different strokes of different folks type of goal? I don't know. I think you could make a satisfying progression by introducing these separately. Like, you introduce breeding first, then you introduce fusion, like in the second town, and then you hand off like the genome editing in the third town or something like this. Like, I don't think having a progression to that is a downside, but at the same time, all that does is add an interesting feeling of progression. Which isn't, like, really the main problem the game has, right? Around this region. Okay, so it's not down here, it's up there. We just need to keep an eye out. If it looks weird, it's edible. This one certainly is edible. Okay, it's only level 14, never mind. We'll see. I'll still take the XP. How much is that at level 14? Is that still worth my time? 3.7k. The answer is yes. Absolutely still worth it. That's still just a level. Do you think there's a benefit to just, like, starting to hit everything around us? Or is that not gonna help? Because they do spawn and respawn, right? Like, or they just spawn more into the region over time? I don't know. Like, you can see them spawn in, so... I just want to go... I don't want to go through a million, like, fight transition screens. That's mostly the determining factor. This is something that, like, maybe a bit controversial, but for newer monster tamers, ones that deal with a lot of, like, on-field effects, the main driving benefit of all of those has largely been not having to go through fight loading screen over and over and over, right? Transition effect, transition effect, transition effect, transition effect. Like, what is the most annoying part of a JRPG? A lot of the times. Getting random encounters over and over again. But it's, at least for me, it's never the random encounter itself. It's never the encounter itself. It's always, and now you load in, and now you fight them, and now you have to load into the normal world again over and over and over. That's always the thing that annoys me the most. Like this part. Like, there's no reason that that can't all be instant except for presentation, obviously. And presentation matters, but I kind of want to clear all of this out. But that part is just gonna take way too long. Oh. And then I got caught. Perish. Without specificity counter? Yeah, exactly. Okay, so it's not just me. That's wonderful. It's never just me. Right? It's never just me. But I'm glad to see, like, a broader adoption of that issue. Reset by sleeping or flying in? Is there a convenient point to do that? Like, I'd have to... Is there a convenient point to do that? We can't just sleep... Oh, wait, we can sleep in the wild. That's what things are for, huh? So what if we just went sleeping bag? Honestly, that did not reset the creatures. That did not reset the creatures. Like, we saw the same bug ahead of us. It might reset everything that's not on current screen, maybe? I don't know. Cyclo's going to stay on the level curve. I'm not gonna lie, Effort. In the majority of JRPGs, level grinding to progress doesn't exist. Like, even traditional JRPGs of 20 years ago, level grinding is a fucking skill issue. There are some standout examples where either the leveling mechanic is really wonky or where you have to deal with shit. Like, mostly more of the esoteric ones. But by far and large, level grinding, oh, I have to grind to kill this boss, is something that we did as kids because we didn't understand how the fucking combat system works. If you would like proof of that, look at all of the, like, speedrunning tech that people have developed to just beat shit at level 1. Like, especially in some of the older, more progression faulty games. We remember having to level grind because we were shit at video games. That's why, and that's kind of the only reason why. A lot of the times in recent memory, especially for JRPGs or like RPGs in general, right? Not just of the J variety. When I had to quote-unquote level grind, it was because I really wanted a specific thing before I continued. It's not that I needed it or it was even helpful in the slightest. Cyber Sleuth comes to mind, specifically, like... Cyber Sleuth, a lot of the level grinding in there was because I wanted this creature now. I wanted a different Digimon. It wasn't that the game made me do it. It was almost entirely unnecessary. Last few times I grinded was for items and weapon crafting. Yeah, but did you need those items, all those weapons? Was that really required? Did the game really make you do that? Or did you just want to go completionist and therefore... Now it's the bad grinding part for, like, no benefit whatsoever. You literally robbing yourself of your own time. There's a difference. There's a pretty large difference there, actually. There are absolutely 100%, like, some badly designed games out there, right? That don't respect your time, that... This doesn't really seem to do anything. Let's go head out real quick. That don't respect your time, that make you jump through hoops. But be careful with a lot of the, oh, the game is forcing me to do this, when the majority of those just come down to the childhood memory of being shit at a video game. Do we have a proper inn here? Like, there is an inn here, but do we have like the ability to like sleep? No, we just have the ability to eat. I don't know how the spawning and despawning works, I'm not gonna lie. No idea. On the forest side, yeah, I figured. I also just figured maybe despawning is proximity based. Also, I've come to realizing to buy all of these. We now have money, which means we're probably going to buy these every time we see them. Quirk of my keyboard layout right now is that my confirm key to buy things is on escape. That does not help. So it's not down here because this is just the insect forest. You can see there's a vastly different population here. The beetle is shared, but nothing else is. So that's not what it is. I reckon it's like this part up here. Like this area here. You can see different things have spawned because this guy wasn't there before. But that bag is still there, huh? I don't know. It doesn't like completely cycle its spawns. Who the fuck are you? Ah, Lazarus. And still nothing. The fact that enemy aggression doesn't change with level, by the way, is also really interesting. And by interesting, I mean pretty bad, let's be honest. Considering that no matter where you are at, you will always have to deal with these like level 11s nipping at your heels. For Ease 8. Okay, Aphid immediately like, oh, JRPGs, like, they're so bad when they make you grind. Immediately goes into the East series, which is notorious for being a fucking grind fest. Like, in other news, Spoon found in kitchen. I played a grinder. I didn't like the grinding. What the fuck is this? Look at him. He's so stupid. I love him. Hey, Misty, how you doing? This is the Megalico, isn't it? This is the Megalico. I love it. I want one. Oh, it did not die. Interesting. Oh, it's level 39. Megalico hybrid. I mean, it is a Megalico, yeah. You can tell the first three letters. Like, this thing's called Megna. And they just change, like, the second half of the name. So, Meg looks like a cat. Yeah, Megalico. Looks like any orange cat. Exactly. 0 brain cells detected. I hate Sunshine Bombers so much. I wish I didn't have to use it. Megalico Enigma hybrid? That's not how any of this works, brethren. This is very likely just Megalico Relentless form. So you just fuse that with any Relentless and there you go. Only very, very, very few monsters have completely different forms when you fuse them with something else. Oh, there's another one. Oh. God, we really have dog shit points, huh? Like, our move points are the worst thing about us. We're very largely will-based and nothing else. Oh my god, it's sipping! It's sipping! Slurp, slurp, slurp. Our most reusable moves, like, fit into those categories, so it's not like the worst thing in the world, but... 5 Malice and 5 Unstable. 5 Malice and 5 Unstable. We might switch out the Equalize for, like, anything else, really. Like a Malice move. The problem is, like, They're all relentless over here. Everyone's just a relentless enemy. It's fine, black magic kills just the same. For now. There's another one of the elf creatures. Oh, this one lived. Clusterstab. A bad matchup, you say? Whee! My Calico? Unstable. My cat? Ruined. So this is a... Oh no, this is a Malice based. That... I forgot. Because of Adaptive, that changes us to Malice. We can change any move to Malice. But Malice into... what is it? Brute? Not a good matchup. Not at all. There's the Megalico itself. Would you look at that? Oh, it's not even called Megalico, it's called Maglico. I always thought because Megalodon and Calico, but okay, never mind. God, this thing is health. Please do be perishing. Stop sipping. Ugh. Oh my god, you sipped so much water. You know what? That's what we look like when we transform. Huh. Huh. We're now will-based, so we can change every move to will. But on the turn that you do it, it still takes your old form. We got a bad matchup on it, even though we crown changed to will typing. But it still thought we were Malice. What if the cat was a Totodile and large? Honestly, that's exactly what it is. That is pretty precisely what it is, yeah. So it doesn't matter whether this says it's effective, because this is going to turn into exactly a will-based attack, right? Like, Adaptive Trait is about to kick in. If I made this again, I don't know whether I would give it Adaptive. I don't know whether I would. Maybe, maybe not. We're finding a lot of loot, though. What we aren't finding is the creature I'm looking for. You know what? I'm gonna go check something real quick. This is gonna be a slight detour, but I haven't figured out how to spawn and despawn other things anyway, so we might as well do it like this. We're gonna take a very slight detour into Appeton. Then I'm totally gonna remember whether this is the guy. Yeah. Okay. Welcome to the Idiot Breeding Project. The color scheme for this is so good. The color scheme for this is so good. I kind of just want to run this, not gonna lie. But this Enmire, that's the color that I really want to mess with eventually. Be that as it may, I need to check a couple things. One design decision I'm not quite getting behind, by the way, is naming all the different forms question mark, question mark, question mark. That one I don't really get. Because they do have names, right? Like when you fight Tamers with them, they do give them form names. But for us, they're just question marks. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I'm looking for something really specific. There's another Sari. We have too many. One can never have too many Saris, but if one can, then we have managed. Mega Trial. There's the honey they were talking about, and they said honey plus what? I do want to try that real quick. Makindra, this thing I'm also interested in. There's Griffin. Griffin was really cool. Ooh, Gulpangol, by the way. Fun fact, I learned this the other day. This Gulpangol, this is the highest growth set in the game. If you're looking for, like, the best growth set to breed onto things, 1.5 seems to be the highest. Wow, so you have to guess? Yeah, but I don't like it. Like, when capturing... I forgot you existed. What the fuck are you? Oh, you're the Dilla we bought. I forgot. I never looked at that. Kangaruda, you're kind of cool. And there's the Alfric that makes all of the cool forms we keep seeing. Lavin question mark. Okay, so we don't have what I'm looking for. This I want to mess with real quick. I want to mess with a couple of things very quickly before we go back to what we were doing. Hey, Toa. How you doing, Toa? I'm not gonna lie to you, Twitch chat. I'm having major issues adapting to the fact that Twitch chat is on a different monitor right now. It's not going well. Let's go try something. Set material. This a feel. Okay, like, not like that at all. Genome editor. We want the pigment of this one. We want the type of this one. I don't care what sets right now. This does look awful. This looks bad. So I don't have to bother with this. That's good news. Now, Monster Box. Let's go look at the forms for Schadrache. Don't like the name. Mostly because it contains the word Drache. Always hate when they do. Whoa! Oh. Oh. Huh. This one's sick. Next. Oh, this is cool too. Wait, I like this one too. Nifty. The Malice form. Okay, all of them are cool. What the fuck? That's bad. That's bad for my team building. This one's melting. Oh, I like this one too. What do you mean? Wait! Look at it! That's really nifty! However, I'm not gonna lie, this fucks. This fucks a lot. Huh. Huh. We will consider this. I will think about this. Very peculiar. Anyway, back to what we were doing. Back to the forest. Not you. Not any of you either. None of the above. And here we are. Can we find one now? Oh, my voice is going. The fact that the tamer's still there worries me. There has to be a quicker way to cycle, huh? There has to be a quicker way. What is this weird little guy or eldritch creature? Correct. Correct. What, you left your monster in the car overnight? Like over the course of a hot day, rather. Or weird little guy, or, huh? Look, it's goop. That's the tech I think we need to find on how to break rocks. Once we have that, we can go back into the cave, like into the ruins. Here is a bit of a spoiler question. Like, if you know this, give me a yes or no answer, nothing else. Do we get the ability to break rocks just by going through provinces, like we did with swimming? Kill that oboe, whatever, the dragon rolling a ball. It's a respawn for this area on a night reset. Yeah, but we have one. No? You mean this guy? Oreo board. I mean, I don't mind just getting another one, but we have one, so. If you kill it, might reset the respawn. Is it even still the same area? Chicken katsu ball with marinated cabbage and red onion. Ooh. I have forgotten to eat today. So, you know. I mean, it's not a bad thought. Maybe that's how this works. Who knows? It might work this way. It may not. Either way. Ugh, lass. For your question, yes. Okay, so then the next spoiler question. Is it the desert region? No, not like swimming. Okay, so, we've got one no and one yes. I'm killing that Tromata. Goodbye. We've seen this Tromata spawn here like over and over. I don't know whether the Tromata is really a rare spawn or just a fixed spawn. Like, this has existed here for millennia. I don't know. But if that Tromata is always in that spot and the Oreo boar is always in that other spot, then is the Krush always in the same spot-ish too? Or no? I might just start killing things. That spot specifically? Okay. Bring him to the hidden room out of the truck? Yes, that's exactly what we need to do. That makes sense. That makes sense. So let's just go down there. Let's just be down here. Oh, okay. Very cool. I wish running over... Well, this is a dangerous wish. I wish running over monsters didn't leave them at 1, but then you couldn't use it to capture them anymore. You know what? I wish Pale Rider had a road rage mode, where you just kill them when you run them over and do enough damage. There we go. Problem solved. That's what I want, what I really, really want. You know what else I really, really want? We can just do this now, huh? That doesn't help the general, like, idea, but I always want to know what this guy says. This is real vexing. What's going on? This damn landslide is what's going on. There's a guy on the other side who's been trying to blast the rocks away, but there's nothing giving. Road's closed for now. If you figure out a way to get rid of him, you came here quick, and I'll see if I can't get you a reward. Okay. But guy on the other side is trying to blast them away. But I think we talked to this one already. I've tried just about everything to get clear this rock. What's going on? Rock fell from the plateau. Tried using my Mole Kuran to burrow through it, but even he can't get it to budge. I'll come back later. The only way out of Windy Province I can think of is the cliff in Grey Mercy. If you find a way to bust these rocks, let me know. Trade is cut off completely. Okay. So nothing. There's a creature with a runaway trait from Pokemon for shit like this. I mean, the runaway trait just makes running away faster, right? Like, I could just kill them. What I'm trying to avoid is the load screen into combat out of combat. Runaway does not do that. Does it? Like, every now and again something will spawn in, but it's just not fast or consistent, so maybe we just have to kill everything. So, do you mean this spot or do you mean the orb spot? For spawn? Are we staying around the Traumata or... Are we staying around the Traumata or around the other area? Toa, you are the best duckling. Well done. This one? Okay. Well, as long as I know that it can spawn here, that's all I really need, right? So we just keep the right side of the house clean. Great. I just drifted down there, yeah. We got our first Oreo here as well. Pretty sure, like first or second stream. We found one exactly here. Oh, sorry about that. Where the trainer spawned by the cave. So if we go up and down between these, and let's be honest, just kill the stupid trainer real quick. If we go up and down between these two spots, then... Wow, they just have the same stuff today, huh? Level 41, by the way. You know what move I'd really like? I'd really like a move that buffs our magic. I'd really like an offensive buff. But so far all we keep seeing is like either offensive debuffs or defensive buffs. And that doesn't help. The fuck are you, you little freak? Oh my god, the missing continues. I hate the hit rate so much. Like, I get it, you want to design like cool different moves, but making so many things 80% hit rate just isn't interesting. It's just frustrating. In general, I don't think hit chance as a mechanic is interesting to begin with. The RNG of it all, like, hey, does this even connect? Outside of, like, special things that... Like, think of, like, instant kill shit like Fissure or something, right? Like, outside of, like, really hyper special things, like, I really dislike using hit rate as a balancing factor. At least that was pretty quick. So now we just travel between these two spots. And if we find something that looks fucked up, then that's what we're taking. But who bloody knows whether this is actually how spawn mechanics work. We'll have to fight through these lasers a lot. I think these are all still in the same position. That's the worst part. Like, I don't know whether this does anything to the population. Like, I don't think so. These are the same, like, Laz and things that we've left behind, right? So nothing really changes until we start removing things from the pool. But then every now and again, you will just have something spawn. And how that works, I do not know. Monster Necromancy? No? The next time it happened to my enemy. That's the problem, right? There is a debate that's kind of akin to it in tabletop gaming for pen and paper. And that is, you might have heard of this before, it's the debate whether between critical hits and critical fails, right? Think of a classic idea in D&D. A critical hit, you do like a crap load of damage, feels great. A critical fail, your bow snaps in half. Shit like this, right? You don't throw the knife, you stab yourself in the chest with it instead. The argument is, critical fails are obviously something that's supposed to build tension. You're supposed to have the chance to fail something, and fail it in a spectacular way as well. And really fucking bad DMs will just do ridiculous stuff with it, right? Like, oh, you have been training with a bow and arrow since you were a child. You shoot yourself in the foot. That doesn't happen. That's not a thing ever, right? Like, a critical failure for like a bow attack is supposed to be something believable. It can even be something entirely out of your control, right? Like, you aim, you fire, someone in the scuffle like moves into the path and like gets hit by the arrow instead, like a teammate. That's a much more interesting critical hit than you shoot yourself in the foot, which is fucking ridiculous. However, that's not the argument. The argument between crits and critical fails is that for a player usually... What are you? Hi? Interesting. A player will roll a lot more die over the course of a play session than any given NPC, right? Hi, Loki! So, critical fails don't just feel bad, they also disproportionately affect players. Destroyer Maw disproportionately affect players more than they affect NPCs. And because at the end of the day, they are basically just a feel-bad mechanic, there are many, many reasons to not have them. It's scoffed at the Pact. It also doesn't take demon pacts. Oh. Oh no. So this is the weird tower creature that we're supposed to kill, huh? Oh, we think the streams are cozy? We can change that. We can change that. God model banned Flash. Yeah. Anyway, who wants to talk about politics? It's cozy stream time. Let's go talk about something non-controversial. Got the army of Lazarus there. Awful. A clusterfuck of things in the way. Pie or cake? If you're German, the answer is Kuchen. It's just clearing now. It is just clearing now, huh? Ooh, it's pretty good. See, exactly. Thoughts on mint flavor and candy? I do like mint. I do like mint. However, I think mint in candy specifically, you need to be like a bit careful with it, right? If it's like the predominant flavor, I think it's a bit shit. It's a bit It's a bit boring as a dominant flavor. I do like it as like a component. I think you could do a lot with it. Like the general like weird freshness that mint conveys, I think is interesting. I remember implementing poor success when I was a DM. If you fail the roll by less than 5, you can succeed the roll for a prize. Yeah, we call those degrees of failure effort, and I love that. I love that. I don't like when it's just binary success fail, but new tamer perks. Wait, we leveled again? Interesting. I guess. It's obviously harder to do, right? Like you need to figure out how can they succeed partially, how can they succeed at a price, how can they fail partially, how can they fail at a cost, all of those things. But it's way more interesting for players than just you made a roll, you didn't make a roll, right? The odds of what, brethren? A D100 to implement a level of fail super success increments. Yeah, plenty of them do that. Plenty of them do that. For example, Rogue Trader isn't like super good at it because Rogue Trader technically is a binary system still, even though it uses a D100. However, I do like D100 systems because they can be abstracted really easily, right? Like a D20 is fine and good. It's just pretend it's a D100 times 5, like divided by 5, whatever. Interesting that a Traumato spawned on here. But a D100 is just easier because it's just a percentage dice, right? Like you can just either do stat checks with it, you can do percentile immediately. And let's be honest, it also helps as a DM for being a little bit silly about it. Because as a DM, you can just go, okay, so they rolled a 40. What is 40% success, right? You can just do that. What does 40% success look like? Like slightly less than half. You get slightly less than half of what you were looking for. It's just so much easier to translate. Okay, we're getting all the Oribor. Steel Self, you say? How about kill enemy? Oh. Oh. Come on, I've been told there is a creature. I would like the creature, please. We have just seen a pretty rapid respawning of creatures by just going into combat. So, oh, there's another one. I'm pretty sure if we just go into combat and just kill and just have to deal with the fact that, yes, enemies do be existing. Is that a rare critter? We trying to catch that? No. Because of the level of these creatures, Renoa, we can just run into them. And you can't see this right now. Hold up, let me try my left arm real quick. They're at 1 HP when we run into them. Because of Pale Rider, which is a perk that allows us to like run over creatures. So if I need to catch something, I just throw a pack turn 1. What we're trying to do is we're trying to get a very specific thing to spawn. We've never seen it. And there is a world where Brethren and Ringsong, who I've never seen in the same room at the same time, they might be the same person, are playing a very elaborate trick on me and are telling me that something exists that doesn't. But that's what we're trying to do. You can get things to respawn, but I don't know how long. Yeah, that takes too long, Brethren. I'd then much rather do this. Like, for example, we have 2 beta and... like, we've got a beta and a LAS on screen right now, right? If we remove a LAS, what do we have when we respawn? Anyone with Pale Rider as a perk is 100% a good guy. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Or we were some of Darius variants. Yeah, we looked at them. They're really funky. There's a Billy down there as well, and then we remove this, and then we see what happens. I wish we had just a general lifesteal attack. The other thing I wish I had, hold up, and I don't know whether I do actually have it. Black Magic is a 100% hit. The problem is Black Magic animation is a bit long. Craig! Craig, thank you so much for the 79 months. Hello, Craig. How you doing? You know, I can't do much at the moment anyway because of like the whole arm situation. So just cozy, hey, farm for a creature doesn't seem too bad. The worst part is I don't even know whether I want to use that creature. I just want to have it. Work is slow. Rinoa, you are the best duckling. Well done, well done. I think I can get used to Twitch chat being over there. It's just weird. It is just weird. I'm not used to having to look up at you all. I'm not used to it. Come on. We haven't been up in a while. Let's go up. Oh, we can see things spawn. Look at that. We do see things spawn. It's just not what we're looking for. It is just not what we're looking for. Harmless herbivore apple. Yeah. Harmless indeed. Harmless and dead. Oh, that reminds me. Oops, I completely forgot to do this. Huh. Aren't you adorable? Why is this a fluffy submarine? This is just a fluffy submarine. I do wonder whether there is a good list of, hey, here are all the transform items and the creatures. What I'm trying to prevent having to do is having to swap 8 creatures into my party, check all of the items, swap the next 8 into my party, check all the items, right? Like, because you can't use the items on a box, you have to use them in inventory. Going through them is mildly obnoxious. A fluff marine. A fluff marine indeed. I can generally name all evolutions and most combinations of fusion ones by now. Is there anything that you particularly like? Are there any that we have access to that you think are particularly stand out? Why no spawn? No, that's a Traumata. We need more games like these. More games like what exactly, Toa? Let me think. Okay. My typing ability today is dead. Don't worry, my typing ability for the next couple of weeks is dead, Craig. I'm typing with only my left hand at the moment, and it's so fucking annoying. It's so annoying. You never know how annoying capitalizing certain letters is unless you only have one hand to type with. More games with cute bees? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. With a whole exam left-handed because of a broken arm? Damn. Why? That's why. Like, A, why would you do that to yourself? And B, why would you do it to other people? Care got injured. Care has a inflamed ulnar nerve on the right, which means my right arm is currently in a splint. It is very straight and I cannot bend it at all. And I'm supposed to use it as little as possible. So I'm all left at the moment. Hello, Alzarath. How you doing? And Wasp step. That's an entirely different sentence, my brother in Christ. I like waffles. So you hate pancakes? Ass argument. Ugh. And the worst part is, this would be a funnier comment if there weren't this many fucking people that legitimately thought like that, Alfred, right? I know you don't. I know you're making a joke, but like, there are so many people that legitimately like argue like this. Oh, you didn't mention this, therefore you must be against it, or you must hate this, or like, you were praising one thing, therefore you must hate the other. Like, people are so exhausting. There's another one! I don't want to fight this. Like, don't get me wrong, cool music, but why do these exist? Duck on a tomato? A tomato? Hey, Togral, how you doing? I don't know about tomatoes. Still in the early game. We are kind of... I don't want to say we are in the early game. We're definitely not in terms of level. But I've been fucking around. Let's go with that. Make a stupid joke. I know, Effort. That's why I'm not telling you off for it, right? Like, I know you're just making a joke out of it. Not because you're an idiot or anything. Not at all. But it is a line of argumentation that some people do for realsies, and it's just so annoying, right? It's so exhausting. We got more flash, I guess. Like, talking with people like that is just not enjoyable for either side. Because they are obviously either rage baiting or legitimately upset for dumb reasons. And you're now trying to have to defend a position you never had in the first place. Or, worst case scenario, they're not even interested in engaging with you on any level. Oh my god, that's so much garbage. It's just annoying, right? Doing West, I've been messing around and got an Atlas. Hell yeah, hell yeah. The Atlas is the Beetle fusion, right? The Beta plus... Is that what an Atlas is? Hold up, is that what this... That was what this was. I haven't played for a week. I forgot so much. I forgot so much. In like the week we haven't played. So do forgive me. That one is so cool. That one is so cool. Hey, Crumbo! What's not enjoyable? Talking with people that misconstrue entire sentences. Akin to, I really like water. Oh, so you must hate XYZ instead. Like, those people. Also, hi, Crembo. Good evening. Cheated on Billied? I think Billied is really nifty. My favorite so far is this Ephil specifically. I really like Ephil, and the malicious form of it is just hella cool. Here's our party right now. We have this Ephil, which still needs a name, by the way. We have a Seri, which is our Mali carry, well, and then we made an Ephil. This Merc Soma form is kind of cool, but it needs to be worked over. I really like the Atlas. This is our starter, just an unstable form. I think Kensei is really, really nifty, but we need to figure out something to do with him.
What?
This Haning is just here because I used an item on it. And we have Wheeze, who's our horse. I think the will form for the Shadracha. Why am I mispronouncing like my own language's words? Awful. I think that one so far is my favorite, visually at least. Craig, thank you for the gift sub. Thank you so much, Craig. Seri Moiders, she does. To bring good luck? Yeah, I've seen your luck, sir. I've seen your luck. I'll take it. That kind of stuff? Yeah. Exactly. That's exactly what I said as well, Krembo. That's like... Cho'Grell, that's like a brand new sentence, right? Karen Blindness is gonna set in. Both Cho'Grell and Krembo have the same name, the same color name, and they both start with C. So I'm about to, like, mix up people a lot. Please do know that's entirely on me. That's entirely my fault. Waffles are just pancakes with abs. I don't know. For me, like, listen, the culture that I'm from, those two don't compete. Waffles are like a sweet snack and pancakes are a proper meal. This seems to be like uniquely an American problem where like, yeah, if you make them out of the same fucking dough and it's just like sugary bullshit, then yeah, of course they're gonna be different. They're gonna be like competing in the same spot. I have a tiny knight? A tiny knight? Just remember the cool and good one with opinions is Krembo. The cool one that has many opinions is indeed Krembo, that's true. The name Schadrache, and if you talk about it, it sounds like Schade, es ist ein Drache. Yeah, it's supposed to be shadow and then the German word for dragon, right? Like, it's just the edgiest way, but for some reason we use German words in our game again. Guten Abend, wie geht's? Ist okay. Und selber. German. This is the second time today I had to speak German. I don't like it. Why are you making me do this? No one's making me do anything, but you know, I have to appear like, please, why is this not spawning? This is so much rarer than anything else. Suddenly learning German so I can talk to my girlfriend? Hell yeah. Good luck. It's certainly a language of all time. I'm sorry. No. You don't have to be sorry whatsoever. You don't have to be sorry whatsoever. I choose my own battles badly. Don't worry about it. Performatively complain is one of my favorite pastimes. Let's go up here again. Maybe something's changed. Nothing's ever changing. Nothing changes. Are you sure this spawns here? Are you sure it exists? What is rare? The monster that we're looking for. The creature we're looking for. Don't be sorry for learning German, be sorry for not being punctual. Or just be punctual instead, consider this. I keep hearing it might spawn at night. Why don't we just try that? Before we complain is every German's prefer pastime, that's correct. That is utterly correct. If night spawns are a thing, it might be, and then it just stuck around. Sticked what? It just stuck around during the daytime. Oh my god, all the apples. It's a waste of spawns. Let's go up real quick. Oh, this is relatively empty. We might get more spawns here. But in reality, there's nothing here. There is no easier way to advance time than just like advance it by 8-hour increments, right? I'd like to deny that, bud. So you're complaining about the statement is what you're saying, Arian. This is the gameplay we signed up for. Yeah. You control the streams you watch. Like, what am I supposed to tell you? What a terrible night to have a curse. It's not even a terrible night to have a curse. What a terrible night to, like, want to collect something. Let's just start killing. I don't know. A terrible night to collect a curse? Actually true, yeah. Actually true. Speaking of a terrible night to have a curse, completely unrelated, this is a random segue. So, yesterday, for all of you that joined me on Discord yesterday for like the impromptu almost all day hangout, I kind of ad hoc decided to make lasagna yesterday. And not that anyone's invested in how that went or anything, but here's the status update. I burned it. I went through the entire fucking effort of like making pasta dough. If you've ever made pasta dough with one hand, I pity you, by the way. Fucking annoying. Kneading it was annoying as fuck. Made fresh pasta dough, made sauce and everything, put the entire lasagna together, burned the entire thing. How badly burned? Let's say I ate it. But I wasn't happy. Let's go with I ate it, but I wasn't happy about it. How do you burn lasagna? Have you ever put something in the oven and 2 hours later you realize it's still in the oven? I was invested, burned it, now I'm upset. And you know what, Krembo? I support your right to be upset about my burned lasagna. I do support this emotion. It wasn't wasted, I didn't throw it away. I did eat it. Well, I ate the non-coal parts, let's go with that. You don't make lasagna on a Monday? Listen, but what is going to make your Monday better? This tells us nothing. Take the information of, I remember it was in the oven 2 hours later. Take that and run with it. Done it several times, I've even set an alarm and still done it a few times. Sometimes I don't hear the alarm. For some of you that have been here for a while, right? For some of you that have been here for a while, you might remember the regular days of, hey chat, remind me when my food's done. For like a good while. We did that on stream pretty much daily. Where I was streaming like 8-9 hours. And somewhere in the middle, I just go like, okay, I'm throwing in like, I'm throwing some bread in the oven, or like, I'm throwing a fucking pizza in the oven or whatever. Chat, remind me in 15 minutes. And less of those burned than you might think. I think it's like a single-digit amount of those that burned over like all that time. Basically making chat remind me of my food has gone incredibly well over the years. I purposefully ignored it. Yeah, exactly. But I don't expect anything from you, MJM, so that's okay. I don't expect you to be... There's a really nice word in German that I don't think exists in English, and it's called Leistungsträger. It's used to describe like the one carrying all the weight in a group project or like in a company. Like the one guy that does everything, right? Leistung being performance, Träger being like a carrier. Like the main dude that does all the group work. I don't expect you to be that. Never have, never will. Don't worry about it. You have a group of 10 plus people, then at least one of them is likely to be responsible. I don't even think responsible can say. I think if you have a group of 10 plus people, one of them is likely to be the person that gets intense like satisfaction out of being correct. Nah, look at me, I got the time right, therefore I told streamer, look at me, I'm so special. It's more that. We'll eat something during the stream since you have not eaten yet? No, I'm not going to. No. I would have to cook something, Renoa. I don't like... So I know other people do this, and I don't want to... Once again, this isn't like to like shit on anyone else's program, like to each their own. I know other people do this where they take like extended food breaks and then they're gone for like half an hour while having stream on break or something like this. I don't like that. I also don't like shutting off stream and then going like, I'll be back an hour later. Like, it makes sense why some people do this. It makes sense for their programming. For me, I don't like it. Like, I have my dedicated stream time, and I stream during that, and I do everything else around it. So... The other problem with like cooking and eating on stream, for me at least, is, and this is something that content creators have solved, obviously that's what React content is for, right? Is when I'm eating, I can't yap. I cannot talk while I eat. I mean, I can talk while I eat, I just think it's fucking disgusting. I just think, like, speaking while eating is fucking disgusting. So, it actively gets in the way of actually streaming. Had a talk with HR today. I'm set to get a new position that is created. Yeah, you mentioned this like a while ago, right? Payment rate will be upgraded. Okay, good. If I read the tables correctly, by at least 10%. Damn! Well done. Congratulations. Well done, well done, well done. See, now you can say, hey, look, I'm already doing all of the hard work at my job. I don't need to do anything else. I need to do anything else even less than that. I love finding justifications to be a bigger piece of shit. No, jokes aside, well done, MJM. I hope it works out well for you. I hope the new position is at least fulfilling and not just better pay. I just go hungry until I'm done. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Here's the other problem, Renoa. I usually eat once per day anyway. Spare me the healthy, unhealthy debate about this. I don't care. I make breakfast for the kids. I cook for them, obviously during lunch. And then, like, dinner is usually a bit freeform here. Like, dinner is usually a bit freeform. And we don't have, like, a big sit-down dinner. That's never really been a thing here. Usually the big sit-down meal is lunch, at least like where I'm from. I don't know how weird that is in the grand scheme of things, by the way. It's just how I was raised, and it's just how everyone that I know is like, so, and I tend to, like, not eat during most of these. Like, I find that in the morning I'm not usually hungry. Breakfast is for people that have their life under control. Then during lunch, like I often, like, lunch is usually the meal that I have, right? Like either it's like something big that I'm cooking for everyone anyway, so I'll just have some of that, or if I make something that I'm not in the mood for, I'll just cook twice. The way that we handle it here is, like, I usually decide what we're eating, but both of the kids get like 1 day a week where they decide what we cook, right? Where they get to decide. And both of them have widely different tastes, even from me. So, like on those days, either we randomly find something everyone wants, or I just eat something different, make something different, or I forget to eat. But it's usually decoupled, right? So, during days like today, for example, where the lunchtime kind of passed me by a little bit, I just kind of forget to eat. It's fine. Like, I'm not particularly hungry. I'm not sitting here with my stomach growling, going like, oh, I need food. Like, I'm fine. I just haven't eaten anything yet. I'll make it, you know, I'll make it. I could eat something, but that's different from me being hungry. My typical weekend eating equals care every day, apparently. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god, we're just getting tamer levels now, huh? First aider? This does not matter to us anymore. We have everything. I don't even want to grind. I just want to get this stupid creature. Low-key brainstorming how to upgrade the testing equipment. Let's just say US firefighters should root for it. Huh? Wait, that sounds funky. That sounds funky. That's why you eat, okay, what is that, Affit? What is that? It sounds incredibly French and therefore probably disgusting. Me and the French cuisine have never seen eye to eye on, like, what is considered edible and what isn't. Although there's some insanely good French recipes. Let's not kid ourselves. There's a reason why that country is known in part for its food. And not just for its rudeness. But, ugh, the outliers. No, what is that? That's the specific scenario you made all those cheese sticks for. Kind of, Krembo. The problem is it isn't, right? The specific scenario I made all these cheese sticks for is because my head's doing a weird thing and I need to, like, do something to keep me occupied. I just need to, like, do a routine task, and it turns out making mozzarella sticks is just, like, a really nice routine task. Like, the cutting, breading, like, mixing everything is just something that I can turn my brain off to. They were never I'm gonna say, they were never meant to be eaten. Obviously, they are eaten eventually. That would be a huge waste of food otherwise. I cannot get this to spawn, dude. You prepare some food for the 12-hour stream? Oh, no, absolutely. Absolutely, Alex. So the 12-hour stream, for those of you that don't know yet, this Saturday, we're doing a 12-hour stream. We're doing 12 hours of Primal. With, like, Twitch chat integration. Well, I say integration, like Twitch chat interaction. There will be things. Every decision that I have to make somewhere in that stream, every time I have to make a judge call, I'm just gonna ask Twitch chat, for example. I will already tell you, I don't want to just build hype for anything. I will already tell you that is not going to happen too often because we know how the game works now. Like, we kind of know how it works, but if it comes up, then you all will get to decide. And other than that, we've got an entirely new set of cards with, quite frankly, ridiculous effects. I'm going to spoil one of the card effects for you all, right? For those of you that have seen how Primal is played, what would you say if all of a sudden all the players had to take their deck and hand it to the person on the right? They still get to keep all of their weapons, but now the Greatsword player has to play with bow cards. Shit like that. I did, this time around, I did turn off all the filters. With KDM, I went, oh, this effect is a bit too much to do. Oh, this effect is a bit too hard to implement. Oh, this effect would ruin the game. Fuck that. There are flat out 5 cards in there that ruin the fight. That just flat out say, fuck this. Done. So we're doing that on Saturday, but first of all, we're gonna have 4 guests the entire time. Hannah, Firth, and Quill and Lucky are gonna be there the entire time. Those are my players. That means there will be ample breaks. There will be breaks. I will be eating. They will likely be eating. There will be snacks. I'm not doing a 12-hour stream just sitting there. Like, no. I know that's not necessarily uncommon. We have to eat 2 of these now? I don't want to sacrifice anything. There we go. I know it's not super uncommon for people to do that, but it's just not healthy, and I'm not going to do that to, like, my players. I'm not going to do that to myself. So I'm going to prep food. I'm probably just going to make, like, a shitload of, like, I'm going to make a pyramid of sandwiches. I think a bite-sized quiche or antipasti. Oh, interesting. Okay. So they're basically like 1-bite things, right? Yeah, that makes sense. The problem is you still sort of have to chew those, and while chewing, you're not talking. But I can see the appeal of it. I can see why that would help. Now I'm probably just going to make like a tower of sandwiches, and then I'm going to consume them over the course of that stream. Actually, that sounds like the best idea. Green for the friendly people. Ah, that old joke. Like, you weren't kidding when you said this is a rare spawn. Like, I'm gonna be honest. If at the end of the stream you want to reveal to me that the creature you talked about never really existed and we just wasted an entire stream hunting for it, I wouldn't be mad. I think I'd be mad, but like, I think I'll have to give it to you. I think that's a prank well done. My go-to full-on gaming sessions has always been charcuterie boards. I'm a glutton, is the problem, Loki. I love charcuterie boards, but they don't last. They're too nommy. They're too, oh, just one more. Whereas if I make sandwich slices, yes, sandwich slices, like I can go, okay, I've eaten a sandwich slice. I can now put it aside, right? Charcuterie boards are too... Ooh, don't mind if I do. For the longest time, what we used to do for specifically WoW expansion drops, and do not do this. This is unhealthy as fuck. I was a student at the time. I was way younger. I could handle nutrition like that at the time. Now that I'm old, I obviously can't anymore. Like I look at one of these and like I gain 5 kilo. But what we used to do for like long WoW expansion drops, where it was like, hey, first to the new max level, and then it's like raids, progression, etc., immediately, was we just pre-made like 6 pizzas, like fucking like frozen pizzas. We just made 6 of those, and then we put them like on plates, and we just stacked the plates, and then there we go, right? Like expansion drops, you don't need to go anywhere, you just play. Who cares? And then everyone, we always used to organize like play groups for those, right? Like we never really, that's why I say we. It's not just like the streamer we had like multiple people around, like sitting in the same room, like mini LAN parties, by the way, basically. And then we just have like a stack of like plates with frozen pizzas, or like pre-made frozen pizzas sitting there that everyone just grabbed as they were playing. Absolutely awful. Like, don't do that to yourself. Do not do that to yourself. I'm not sitting here to preach for like healthy nutrition. You eat what you want, for Christ's sake, but like, don't eat 6 of the same thing. Charcuterie boards are serious problems while gaming. That's why I've invented the charcuterie bowl. I mean, I often... That's called a salad, by the way, you freak. Like, what do you mean the charcuterie bowl? It's just you make a charcuterie board and then you dump all of it into a... Like, and then you dump all of it into a bowl. That's what that is, right? You will not regret 6 pizzas. You will regret them immediately. You will regret them immediately. And if not immediately, then in 6 to 8 hours from the point of eating them. Santa, how you doing? Hello. How are you? I will say, chat, I'm kind of sinking into my chair today. I don't know. Hold up. I'm doing the opposite of shrimping. I'm just kind of like gliding down the chair the longer time goes on. I've never sat like this doing a stream. Like the arm part, like I've got the right arm like basically hanging off the side of the chair now because I have to keep it straight and everything. And this doesn't encourage me to like go for the healthiest sitting position ever. Which area are you right now? This is Windy Province, left side, like left side of Appleton. Oh, what do you mean? But there's just nothing here, eh? Come on. It doesn't need like a specific story progression or anything, right? I remember when I was 6, I was at a family party. I've eaten around 350 cocktail sausages covered in bacon alongside my cousin. I was sick for a day after. You would be, right? You would be. I will say, Affed, the amount of food that teenagers just devour is insane. I didn't think of it when I was that age, but like, holy shit. They're just furnaces. They're just furnaces. It's insane. Absolutely insane. Speaking of deep regret, I scored a box of freshly made ceviche at market the other day, and I can effectively unlimited quantity ceviche, but this one had jalapeno slices. Oh no! And now my stomach is like, oh, you were planning on sleeping tonight. I am so sorry, Krembo. I'm so sorry. I guess there is a limit to unlimited slices. Goosebumps in the Dark Forest. I mean, we don't know what the area is called. Right? Like, we have no idea what this area is called. Like, it's this forest part. It's this forest part, whatever the fuck that is called. Do we ever get like a title drop of where? No, we don't, right? Like it never drops the, oh, this is how this area is named. We'll find one. I do, however, applaud Ringsong and or Brethren of editing the wiki already to pretend this thing exists. Windy Province is the region. Yeah, but there is no Dark Forest region, no? Being able to adjust fact about your body destroying itself is nice. Being young is nice. Being young is nice. I'm on 4 hours of sleep. I'd applaud myself if I managed to edit a wiki today. Same. Absolutely same. I have slept really, really badly. Mostly on account of the stupid splint. But I will go with that conspiracy theory, Ringsong. I'm going with that conspiracy theory. You and or Brethren, or you're both the same person. I don't know yet. You know, are making this up. Previous Monster Crown, why they mixed together? Because this is a tiny, tiny indie game with a player base equals 3. And the fact that there's a wiki to begin with is interesting. Like, what do you mean? It's almost like you've never played an indie game before. That is usually the problem. The larger your player base, and the more widely circulated the game, the larger your player base, right? Ah! That's not it, but we found something new. This is just a Karuru, but it's a fucked up Karuru that I don't have yet, so I'll take it. I will take it. Yeah, so the more circulated your game, the larger your player base usually is. Obviously, there are other factors, and the higher the chance that you find someone that has nothing better to do than to make a wiki for your game, right? You find like your rare, elusive super fan that wants to maintain a wiki for your game. This is usually where indie games have problems finding anyone. Like, you can find dedicated fan bases for anything, obviously, but usually the more fans you have, the more likely it is that you find someone. So it's near the cave entrance. I mean, this is the same region, right? This is the same region. Why not make 2 pages? Once again, because whoever's making or running the WikiWiz is probably just not going to do that because that's effort. Like, what do you mean? Come on. Anything. Anything, please. You asked me about what Evos and Fusions I liked. I mentioned some earlier. I didn't see it, sorry. A respawn in the forest north of Appeton, or a chance of wild hybrids in a tiny flower patch in Desperado Province. In the forest north of Appeton, but it's not north of Appeton. North of Appeton is insect forest. And we've already determined that's not what it is, right? I mean, we can run through insect forest real quick, but... Cave entrance during the day. Literally just got the spawn now. Okay, so how are you resetting to do that? What is your way of resetting to do that? Paris' little cousin? There's nothing little about this monstrosity. Okay, so there's nothing here. We're just gonna shortcut real quick. Walked around and tried flying back and forth, but I can't tell if that did anything. So basically, if we go pack... I hate using these. Oh. And that uses them up. God, I despise this so much. Like, you just did that? But you can't fly back there, can you? So... Oh, it's raining. That's adorable. Like, when you say you flew back and forth, like, do you mean you flew back and then walked there? Or like... Like, there's no flight point there. It's 1 PM for me in game. We've so far seen no evidence that, like, the time does anything. Not gonna lie. Doesn't seem to make a fucking difference. Flew to rapid and then walk back. Okay. Okay. And by near the cave entrance, you mean like this screen? This screen here? This is... There's so many unknown factors to this. With the full Billy spawn. Okay, cool. In that case, I know where. Then I know where. So, these two have been locked like this the entire time. Flying back did nothing. These two have just been locked like this the entire time, and now that we flew back, they're still there. That did not change anything about the spawns. Going in and out of the cave doesn't change anything about the spawns either, so all we have to do now, all we can really do is just kill. What we've been doing the entire time. There was another Billy there. Interesting. Didn't see that one. Flying doesn't respawn anything. I was kind of hoping that it would show that, not gonna lie. Like, at one point, it must drop what has spawned out of memory, right? Like, at one point, it must do that. But what that distance is seems to be... I don't know. It seems to be huge. And we know that transitioning through different layers and streets and, like, cave entrances also doesn't do anything. So who fucking knows? Not gonna lie, who fucking knows? The only thing that we do know happens is that monsters respawn after a while. Or, like, the spawn gets rolled again, and if we remove monsters, it spawns more. The wait 24 in-game hours or reload save. Ooh, you know what? That's an interesting idea. That's honestly a better fucking idea. Okay, so we have 2 Billy, 2 Lazarus, right? Ooh, does that not do anything? Wait, was this Tamer always there? You might have to save in between. Like, we know that when loading, the game Huh? Interesting. Interesting, okay. Different last time? Yeah, the trainer is different every time. So what we know is that chests don't always spawn again, right? So if we save here, and then we go to title screen. Let's put... Oh, never mind. Never mind. The two idiots are still down there. Through all of these two freaks are still down there. They have not moved the entire time. Through all of the loading and reloading. Ah. If we flee, we can at least skip animation, and we can skip getting even more fucking experience that I don't want right now. They're just making a wild hybrid, don't be so mean. No, like, let them. Like, by all means, but... do I have to look at it? Ifil has a cool Evo? Ifil? I mean, I do like our Ifil. So we don't have access to it, is what he's saying. You need a basic form? We have a lot of basic Ifils, don't get me wrong, so... like, Monstercron doesn't really have evolutions, it has item evolutions specifically, right? Maybe we take a break from hunting the Kush for a second to try that. What does it fuse with? Hold up, we can just check whether we have that. Let me go check whether we have something like that. Slight break in the monotony. Slight break in the monotony. Sir, fuck off, thank you. So, let's go Monster Fusion. Set mid, nope, Monster Box. This is our best one. And then, we're waiting for something to blink. Whatever it fuses with, we don't have. Never mind. Swap this. No. Exit. Good luck, Alex. Have fun. So now... oh! They did change it! Oh my god, the store is now the top option. Oh, that is so much better. Thank you. I hated that so much. Oh, what a great idea. The Frostbite. Holy, oh. 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 You're kind of cool. You're kind of very cool. I like that one too. Wait, it's so pretty. Wait, I love that one. I love that one. Can you fuse the fuel with itself? No. I mean, yeah, you can. It just doesn't do anything. Oh, the crystal stuff? That's nifty. Okay, that one I hate. That one I actively despise. But why is it always malicious form that I like the most? Why is it always malicious form I like the most? That's not cool. That's not nice. I can't just run all Mali as a team. Oh. Breeding works the same. Yeah, that's because breeding and fusion are the same fucking thing. If I wanted to fuse the Ephil, which one, which monster would I have to get for that? Oh my god, this looks so nifty. Hold up, let's go. Put this to front real quick. I want to see what the riding sprite's like. Are you kidding me? Look how fucking sick this creature is! Dude! Oh my god, do we change... Do we get another Frostbite and change our Ephil into that? Because the only thing that changes is the name, right? Like, it stays with the same stats, I believe? Does it? Like, what actually changes when you do that? Because that was the partner, right? You were there, so like you were partnered here. $44.4, yeah. Adaptive fast metabolism, and then you are the one with Big Bully Seaborn? Ugh, Seaborn. Better stats usually though, breeding and fusing changes things. Yeah, but that's not what we're doing. Like, I'm pretty sure this is the same stats as this one. I'm pretty sure these are the same creature, stat-wise, because they were the same generation for our breeding project, right? They just had different passives. So... this is how we got adaptive and fast metabolism. I'm really tempted to find another Frostbite and put it on this Ephil. I'm really tempted. The only thing that scares me off a little bit is that its color changed. Like, that color scheme, I would like this color scheme. If I fuse those two together, what happens? Let's pretend that we want to go here and here. Makes the Mali version. That makes sense. So I don't have a good way to make this specific version, but I want this specific version. We'll think about this. We'll think about this. Speaking of we'll think about this. Oh no, wait. We need to take... fuck. Where did I put you? Uh-oh. This is why I shouldn't be allowed to, like, organize things. Were you in here? Uh-oh. I lost them! Seriously, what the fuck? Why did I put you? Did I? Huh? I can't be that stupid. I mean, no, I absolutely can, but like, you know, I don't want to be. Where did you go? Did we ever look at the different forms of Dracube here? That's one that I still want to, like, mess with. No, I must be hallucinating or something. Weird. You can be, but you are not? That's kind of you to say, I disagree. If you just look at its forms, okay, in that case I just forgot. Alright, let's walk it back. We've had our fun, back to work. Back to work. You've all done very well. Back to work. I don't know whether the whole saving and reloading thing has actually done anything. So fun fact, our 2 freaks have gone now. Pursuit. Pursuit. Do you know whether the pursuit... What is that? Did we find it? Did we just, instead of finding the stupid creature, we found an alternate form of it? That is highly annoying. That is highly annoying. I want the base form. No. I just want the base form. Oh. No. Beat up a second. Yeah, that's what we're doing. I'm just not happy about it. Okay. We're back to succeeding at a price effort, right? We got what we're looking for, but... now we have to mess with it. Let's save. Alright, I'd like to breed some Mionsters. Mionster box. There you are. Hello. First of all, let's look at all of... Oh no, we can't look at shit right now. Species 1, pigment. That's fine, we can do that. Type 1, I don't care. Resistance 1, all of this is fine. This is probably not fine. Its stats are horrific. Its stats are just awful. Nothing to be done about that, really. That's why we're making 2. That's why we're getting 2 eggs. We're gonna do the whole 1-2. And then monster box. Select, genome editor. What did I just do? There. Is that right? I always feel like I messed this up, even though this process is very, very, very simple. I always feel like I mess it up. Send it. Alright. Next step. Let's go look at what the actual forms are like, shall we? Let's go and look at what the actual forms are like. There's our little guy. And... oh, look at it! Aw. Bird dog. I love bird dog. Hold up. Okay, that's the one we already have. That's the brute version. That's just flower dog. I don't know what that is, and I don't want to find out. And I definitely don't want to meet it at night. And aw, like a little flower guy. Aw. I like little flower guy. Okay, this is cute, but potentially this wasn't worth the effort. This may or may not have been worth the effort. I don't know. Let's get the 2 eggs real quick. Let's get the 2 eggies. Oh, yeah, okay. Let's exchange an egg for an egg. That's a smart idea. There we go. Some of the cutest ass little guys. Those are some pretty cute little guys. You're right. You are absolutely correct. Sir. I would like to order. So these do restock. That's wonderful. What doesn't seem to restock or even be available to buy is flight feathers. That doesn't even seem to be a thing we can buy. Annoying. I'm sure we'll find a form we like. I'm sure we'll find a form we want to play. Wrong way. Ah, this'll do. This'll do. I kind of want to mess around in the desert region. Because this is the only region that we haven't been at all, right? What the fuck are you? Crab! Level 15 crab. Interesting, but, The Krypton Appeton have them? Ooh, okay, let's go get a pursuit real quick then. I know that that by crypt you mean, this thing here, right? Wait, this is wrong. It's this, right? Oh, this is also a pretty good chance to get Storklet feathers. Parkour! Storklet feathers, wonderful. Like, they're probably just deeper in. They are probably just deeper in. And for our own safety's sake, we should just be mounted the entire time, even though that might trigger more fights. Oh, I don't remember the fucking teleporter puzzle. Bah. Egg. That was quick. Why was the egg so quick? A bold new child rises to meet a new day. Twinsies! I don't remember which one this was. Like, we had to go left at one with. What is it, like up, left, left or something? No, it wasn't. Cloverdog's cute. At least Cloverdog is very cute. That is true. Shadow Servant, he makes a little guy! I want a little guy. Aww. I wish these were good. Oh gee! Father Urban News has, have they finally contacted you? Have you finally learned something? Hey Och, how you doing? Forward, left? It wasn't forward, left. It was... Oh my god. I hate this. And then this one I don't remember. Ah! This is left. Was this down? Is this left? It's just the opposite of wherever the fuck you currently are. My fat ass is verified. Yo! What about the rest of you? Congratulations, Ouch. I'm glad it finally worked out. I'm glad they finally got over themselves. Do you still have to censor like everything you did? Or did you manage to get around that? Did they pull like the fucking stick out of their ass? But seriously, congrats. I know this was like a fucking hassle and it wasn't supposed to be. Let me guess, they're not in this part, they're in the other part. They're in the god dog part. They were like, oh, we censored the rest for you? So now your entire library is just censored, huh? You should update your profile pic to also just be a censored version of Ochi. It's just like a pink blurb. Call it a protest or something. Stay in the air with the glitches. Yeah, I figured it was. We go up, and then we go left, and then this one we go right? No. It diverges on this one, no? No, it doesn't. It diverges on the next one, never mind. Sorry about the constant flashing. They hate my revealing clothes. Yeah, oh, seriously, like, your art is so provocative. So provocative. Seriously. What the fuck? Okay, chat, I need you to listen to me. This is important. It's important that you listen to me. Please. I know how you get. Don't stick your dick in that. Please. Please do not. What do you mean piercing gaze? You don't have eyes. Oh, you're petrified. Great. Damn it, Reese. The teeth make it so inviting. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Like, the problem is you're all adults, so I can't even go like, I'm gonna tell your parents about it. Like, I'm gonna tell your insurance company about it or something. Can I stick other dude's dicks into it, like as a punishment? Only if they consent. Oh, look, a fucked up hookla. Woo! I can finally offer all my services. How joyous. I am looking forward to it. Ochi. Ouch, would you do me a favor? Can I ask you for a favor? Can you send me $500? No, of course not. Is it a punishment if they consent? I mean, it still hurts. It still rips their dick off, so yeah. Probably. I'd say that still hurts. I don't have those experiences, I'm guessing. You send Care 30k? Yeah, please send me 30k. I just realized something very, very stupid, chat. We can go over here. You stop finding the weirdest shit the moment I look away? No. I wouldn't mind finding the weirdest shit the moment you look. Would you like to get flashbanged by that? No, not interested in that. We have viewing powers? We do have viewing powers. Wish the cursor would remain on flee. Ah. That's a different version of the... I keep forgetting the name too. Put Rosie's song on repeat. What the actual what? Isn't that a Pokemon in the middle? Wait. Those can spawn here? Apparently after you clear the first one, they can now spawn here? Because that's the secret cool thing that you're supposed to find at the end, right? Like the one-off and then they can just spawn. Woo! Juked. Unknown 69? Unknown 69 is a great name. Like, I love all the treasure chests and shit, but I would love finding the creature we're looking for way more. Whee! Escape! Okay, let's escape. So we didn't get any of them to spawn. What if we were able to catch glitches? I'm not super interested in the glitches. Can you ride it? You can't even interact with it. You can't even interact with them. They're just fucked up sprites and stat spreads, so like I'm not super... Here, like, if you haven't seen those yet. There. Like, this is literally just a corruption of things, and then if you attack them, they always dodge. You can't see this yet, but like if you look at their HP values and everything at the bottom, it's all just like glitch stuff. So like, I'm not super interested in these. Without reason to exist. So I'm pretty sure they're supposed to show you that the area that you're in is like getting corrupted. Like the area is getting corrupted, reality's falling apart. I'm pretty sure they're just supposed to be environmental storytelling. It's gotta be something to do with them? I don't know about that. I have to step away for a moment. What are we not sticking dicks in? Yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you. Where is Taubsi? Where is Taubsi? Oh, there it is. That. You could pass third floor. Is third floor the last floor or nah? Am I on second floor right now? I don't know. The area with the glitches. Last one before boss. Okay, so we're going back down. The glitches exist in area 2 as well, so... I remember we found a pursuit down here and then we didn't have a demon pact. The same was true for... Can you move? For the pursuit in the actual cave where you're supposed to deal with it. Couldn't escape. Okay, fine. Couldn't escape. No, you're wasting my time. At first I was annoyed, then I was petrified. Right, and now we search. Claws, griffins. We can kind of just run into everything, right? Like, these aren't super rare. Okay, so slowly like the most same. I mean, so I think Dracopier's base form is really cool. And then everything else is a bit whack. Like, this is where we ran into a pursuit the last time we were down here. I like Kyrian, by the way. Like, this griffin little freak. Like, stocky little griffin is adorable design. Like, what if we took, like, a giant, elegant, like, sky beast and we just made it loaf-shaped? Big fan, big fan. There's just too many of them. Come on. Nothing. If we see like a different color, we'll grab them. Man. My favorite little guys too, his unstable is fun. I don't know whether we ever looked at them. Maybe we should. Maybe we should. What I'm looking for still is I'm looking for a good brute monster. Like, really a good brute would help a lot. Because we don't have any, but... I'm starting to feel one problem that we also found in Monster Crown 1. And that is something that's inherently wonky in the way that the game works. It's like part of its core identity. Because there's such a high emphasis on fusion and breeding, and like making the perfect monster, it kind of doesn't matter what monster you make. Right? Because at the end of the day, the identity of any single given monster is nothing. What you're making isn't, oh, you're making a cool Epheal, you're making a cool team lead, and you're picking those stats and that sprite for it. Like, you're picking those stats and that sprite, and then the moves are all interchangeable, and then you're picking that type for it. But all of it is customizable, right? Like, whether my main lead is an Epheal or, like, a different malicious monster is ultimately irrelevant. And I can see the appeal of that, because you can run anything. You can just find your favorite little guy, right? There's definitely an upside to it. To me, I do believe the loss of identity for every single given creature is a bit too big. I do like that something like Pokemon has restrictions on what can learn what move, or what can inherit one move even, right? I think ultimately the type changing is the worst offender of it all. It is cool that everything has like a billion forms, but if I'm not running an Epheal for being malicious, for example, then what am I running? I hope that makes sense. I can definitely see the appeal. I can definitely see the freedom of why you would want something like this. But I wish there was something unique still to each creature. It is obviously a tough task and a tough ask as well, especially at the price point of Monster Crown Sin Eater, to ask, hey, can you make 200 plus species, give them all 5 or 6 different forms, and then also make like unique passive for all of them? But that's kind of what I'd want. I kind of wish the actives and passive, like the upside and downside, wasn't breedable. I wish that wasn't breedable, and you'd have to at least make that selection and they'd be attached to whatever creatures they are, and there was a bigger variety of them. Something, just something to make individual creatures stand out. Because at the end of the day, everything is just going to be a slow, like a soup of maxed out stats, a sprite that you pick, and a type. That's it. So, basically feel the same way. The monsters don't retain any kind of identity. Yeah. The game needs more passive negatives that are not that many. There really aren't. And it's the same with the moves, right? One downside, and it hasn't hit me as too egregious yet, but it is noticeable. Mind you, this round of complaining about the game is done on a level of... There are noticeable ticks of, like, loss of quality, but it doesn't ruin the game. Right? This isn't, oh, the game is damned now, not like Monster Crown 1. There's a noticeable lack of different moves, and there's a noticeable lack of different actives and passives. Mind you, the ones that are there are interesting and varied. There just isn't enough of them. There just isn't enough of them. Cassette Beasts, I don't know about Cassette Beasts. With Cassette Beasts, like the way that you fucked with moves obviously like did a lot, right? I'm usually these days going to like withhold my opinion on Cassette Beasts a little. Because I ruined that game for myself. Cassette Beasts, very early on we found something that they then patched out, by the way. We found a way to just auto-win every combat by like loading in and auto-firing a shit ton of abilities. And then that's how I played the game. I did ruin that game for myself, and a lot of my opinion of Cassette Beasts, outside of the aesthetics of it all, are still tinged by that specifically. The other problem that I had with Cassette Beasts is that I don't give a fuck about the 80s. Like, I'm a 90s kid, I was born in 89 for Christ's sake, like I know nothing of the 80s. The 80s aesthetic has never interested me or never been something that I find particularly cool. And Cassette Beasts obviously leans very heavily into that and looks for an audience that is interested in exactly that. And it succeeds at that with flying colors. Absolutely flying colors. But yeah, that coupled with the fact that I just ruined the game for myself makes me a bit cautious of going like, oh yeah, Cassette Beasts was this and this and this. It's a bit of a downside for me, and again I go back to Monster Sanctuary as the monster tamer game that managed to make every monster viable, also making them feel unique. Monster Sanctuary is definitely the game that did that, yeah. Monsank is the game with... Here's the crazy thing about Monster Sanctuary, right? Even when randomized, even with randomized skill trees, every monster in Monster Sanctuary feels incredibly unique. Every single one of them feels insanely unique. God, I miss Monster Sanctuary. I cannot play Monster Sanctuary again. I cannot. I swear. I just cannot. But I want to. I really want to. Tempted, by the way. How would I go about making... How do I even phrase this? How would I go about making another Monster Sanctuary run appealing? Knowing what I know about that game. Having played as much as I have. First person to say Nuzlocke gets banned. I wonder. My favorite team comes together in the second to last dungeon in the game. Ah, yes. Do you mean Blitzbang? Because fucking samesies. If you get fused monsters like you just did, you might be able to use your unfuser item in case one of the pieces of the fused monster is a pursuit. What? What's an unfuser? First of all, what's an unfuser? Second of all, huh? Tribal construct? Ooh, tribal construct, yeah. You're waiting for a while, right? Especially because that runs electricity too. Do you have one? Is it the subtractor gem? Splits a fused monster but destroys one component. How about we just don't do that? I don't even know what you mean by like if you get a fused monster like this. Considering that monster fusions in this game are by far and large main monster plus a type and not monster plus monster. The question marks, yeah, but the question marks aren't anything definitive. The question marks are just a version of this thing with a different type. We really need to stop thinking about those as fusion monsters because they're not. Right? Like, the fusion monsters are the types that take two specific creatures and make a new one, like the Atlas. That's a fusion monster. Everything else is just type changed. Everything else is just a type change. Nothing more, nothing less. Blue coloration. We're not looking for pursuit. That's not how that works. It's just a palette. Like, there are a lot of things that when fused into something else give them blue. Games not being good for response today? It is not. Muzen! Hello, Muzen. How you doing? Are you a snake? Are you being a snake? The one good thing that we've got going for us that we accomplished today is that Project Ephel, I think, has gone very well. I'm very happy with Project Ephel. Being a dingus? I knew that. We knew that. I hope you're having a good time being a dingus. Oh, come on. How'd you find out? I watched Seri. That's my main source of information on the Muzen network. Wait. Okay. Okay. This is what a vulture poodle would look like, by the way. If you crossed a vulture and a poodle, this is what you'd get. That and a lawsuit, if you ask me. I'm dumb, that's how you become dingus. Why did you get the... Did you get the results of the Swedish exam? That's why you're dumb? Like a turkey crossed with a poodle? I mean, turkeys have the same characteristics, like the same head characteristics, right? Like the featherless head for like carrion eater. Like, are turkeys carrion eaters? They're not, right? Like, I'm pretty sure that the whole like, hey, we don't have feathers on our head is mostly like a carrion eater aesthetic. To not get like grime and gore stuck in your feathers. You failed it? Oh. I'm sorry. Like bad failed it or just like didn't succeed? Are they gonna hold you back a year now? It was expected. Yeah, but... What if you just succeeded instead? Today is a cruel, cruel day. Are there any other pursuit spawns? Are there any other pursuit spawns? Outside of the first cave where you're like force interacting with one? Just gonna try the exam second time and third and fourth. Do we need it for like a certification or something? Hey Frab, how go? Today's not a good day. We're spending a lot of time just running around trying to find specific respawns. The mushroom cave was the cave for, northeast of the very first village. But I don't think that one respawns once you kill it, which we have. Of interest, we have 5 demon packs left. Just gonna apply for re-examination. Yeah, but what do you need it for? That's what I mean. That area only spawns them as hybrids. What do you mean that area only spawns them as hybrids? Like they only spawn here as hybrids? What? What do you mean? Or to pass the mandatory Swedish course. Got a version update that hasn't gotten to Switch yet. I mean, console certification cycles are usually longer, right? They're usually longer. Oh, okay, the mushroom one only spawns them as hybrids, okay. So we're just doomed to stay here. That's fine. But at what point of your education are you in where they can still give you like forced courses for something that has nothing to do with it? That's what I mean, Wizen. Like, obviously, let's assume you want to be, like, a Swedish teacher. Yeah, maybe you need to pass a Swedish course, right? Like, that makes perfect sense to me, but... it doesn't seem like that's what you're doing, so... I don't know, I don't understand Scandinavia. B1 grade? I just... Hold up. Like, is the Swedish course mandatory because you're trying to learn Swedish? We're gonna be doing Swedish to serve customers or something? Ah, okay. It's just that, okay. The bane of multiple official languages. Okay, that I get. That I get. That principle I at least understand. Oh, come on. Can you imagine doing this for like regular streams? This is where, for example, when I watch Laxi or Maria, right? Ah! It spawned! There it is! When I watch Laxi or Maria, and they do like their long ass shiny hunts where they're doing that for like 12 plus hours. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. I can't do that. And now we need to get out. And now we need to get out. Yeah, I figured. It's just BS. I don't know, like, if it's an official language, then it's not all that bullshit, right? You can disagree with it being an official language, but that's a different argument. We're gonna run into everything. Legendary cases 2+ weeks. I remember when Laxi tried to get the stupid shiny dog, and it was like, what was it? 3 streams, like 12 hours each. Hold up, let me give a shout out to Laxi real quick. Fuck, did I spell it correctly? I did spell it correctly, wonderful. Sorry, spelling is a bit, or typing itself is a bit difficult at the moment. Laxi is one of those chill streams, like, for me anyway, like one of those like super chill streams. But just, okay. And now I relax. Official language for no reason? I don't know, it's no reason, Mr. Scandinavia over there. I don't know about that. Ah! We are trying to get the shiny Latinas? Latinas? Where? It's like at least a week and a half. It's brutal. I do not have the patience for this. I do not have the patience for that. Me when my gratification isn't instant, you know? Me when my gratification isn't instant. Wait, which way? This way? Please be this way. I just want to leave. I think it's right. Also, hello, Furthen! Hello, Furthen. So now that that's done... Oh my god, now we need to make... Now we need to make 2 pursuits. Yikes. Yikes forever. First things first. First things first. Editor. I think these are equivalent, right? This is just the same. These are the same thing. Let's check real quick. I fucked up the speed. Doesn't matter, they're the same fucking type. There. And then we just have base form, right? That should just be base form. God, our attack stat is so bad. Get him. Here's my troll streamer. I'm so sorry for your loss. I think you deserve better than that. Yikes forever. Rossi voice, little misfortune voice, huh? I've recently started saying that, and it's sad. It would be pronounced Latinos. I mean, it's Latias and the other one, right? Latias, Latios. All right, so we have base form. Congratulations, we've acquired Flower Dog, and it took most of the day. Great. He talks to me, so I don't have to. I mean, happily. Happily. Creepy as hell as it was. Wonderful game. Creepy as fuck. Really sad. That game made me profoundly sad. I know this is a fusion. I know this is a fusion, but we're making 2 of them first. Was this worth the effort? No. No, it was not. I don't care about the type. Make 2 eggs. And 1 egg. Oh, that grin. I don't know whether I love that grin. I don't know about that. And then we do this. Right? This is where I fuck it up again. All right. And once those 2 are done, we're gonna fuse those 2 together. I do want to keep this. God, the stats must be so awful, though. So once those 2 are done, we're gonna fuse those 2 together. Then we have a pursuit with all the stats, and then we can see whether we want to fuse that together with this Epheal. And if we like that more, then we can do that. Actually, you know what? Much better idea. Much, much better idea. Monster box. We take, I don't know, this Epheal. This is a Gen 9. This Epheal. This Pursuit. Huh. Huh. This is an Orca Epheal. That's exactly what this is, brethren. Oh my god, look at its little gritty sprite. What the fuck? Let's look at the forums. I suppose. That's an eel. That's putting the eel back in Epheal. Okay! This thing is back! He's back! He has returned! There's a Temtem called Pookie, which looks exactly like this, just without the long body afterwards. And it's Misty's favorite Tem. Oh my god. That is the cutest malicious version I've ever seen. No. I personally am anti-latex Nessie. I'm not in love with any of them. Not gonna lie, I'm not really in love with any of them. The base form's kind of sick. The base form's kind of cool. I want to see something. What type are you? You're unstable type. We could do that. The Mercsummer? No, 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 no. No. Nah. We're gonna get these two and then we're gonna put them to the side and then we're gonna leave it. I don't think this is a project that I... Like, I'm glad I have it, but no. No. Alright. We got the two things Ringsong said. What else do we have, Ringsong? Anything else you would recommend while we're here? While we're here before we move on. Ooh, there's one thing we can do right now while we're here. Do I have the Dragon Starter? I think, maybe? Oh my god. Oh my lord. Oh. We now have access to Grant Lightning. This is 80 accuracy, 13 power, as opposed to Sunshine, which is... We're running Grant Lightning now. I really wish we had more malicious... We don't even have malicious attacks. We only have Exsanguinate, which is not a move I'm interested in running. We have nothing else, so of course we only have 5 points for Black Magic. I would like to run something that gives us like a lot of movement points for Unstable. Rock Collider, that's not it. Sunshine, well... But the only thing that really does that is Hot Wisp, and I'm not really interested in running Hot Wisp. Inferno is a +5 with a better hit rate. You know what? What if we just run Inferno over Grand Lightning? We are losing points. Oh yeah, Grand Lightning is the thing that gives us ache. Never mind, we're running Inferno over this. So this is 10 points versus 12, but a 10% higher hit rate. I'll play that. I don't care. I'll play that. Nothing here. Nothing that we have. Okay. Lowest enemy magic? Yeah, exactly. So we have defense buffs and magic debuffs. The Cryon Fusion was good. Okay, let's look at Loaf Griffin real quick. Because I don't think we ever did. If I was Loaf Griffin, what box would I be in? Like somewhere around here, right? I hate how... You can't see this because my fat ass is in the way, but like... I hate how this one's little box sprite is just Mara. This is just a penis. Like, prove me wrong. This is just a penis. Oh, there you are. Nope. No. Definitely fucking not. Absolutely none of those. Absolutely not. Base form over everything. I hate that penis was the word that got my attention. Penis. Aha. How do you expect us to prove you wrong when the evidence is damning? See? I win. We can't just go here right now. It doesn't just let us. Fine. One heal and then run away. The penis snake has an evo and the evo has fun forms. Okay, what do we need for the... Is it an item evo? Is that what you're saying? I mean, yeah, that's what you're saying, right? Hold up. Hold up. I don't say this often and I do not say this lightly. Let's look at penis snake. Let's go look at penis snake. The things you make me do. The things you people make me do. Pack. Is it super grow? It is super grow. I am worried. We have the dragon starter. Hold up. What was it called again? Is it... Like, I'm pretty sure we found all the starters at one point, but... I forgot what it was like. It wasn't Myodin. Box 5? Not unlikely. Oh yeah, that Dracoil. Dracoil. Peanut? No, just penis. You can say penis, don't worry about it. So that's also got an item evo. Oh, immediately found it. Ah! Okay. See, when I ask Ochi to do me a favor, she doesn't respond. When I say penis, Ochi goes, huh? Okay, let's look at penis snake forms. Wait, fuck, I love that. Hold up. That's my favorite creature ever. Look at it! It's magnificent! Was gambling with friends, saw we? Okay, fine. Fine. What favor can I do for you? I wanted you to post your VGen link. I just wanted you to post your VGen link now that you're a verified creator. Woo! You should look at Ochi's art. I mean, censored as it may be. It's only the thumbnails, no worries. That frightens. That's just a Predator plan card. That is just the new Predator support. Same with that, by the way. It's not a phase, Mom. I love it. I love this creature. This is it. This is him. This is him. Look at it. I mean, we need to, right? We need to. We have to. How do we go about this? How do we go about this? We need to be on type Relentless. We don't have a good Relentless creature yet. I'll say that. We don't have a good Relentless creature yet. Let me just find like some Relentless fodder. Like any Relentless fodder. Not you. Anything? Fuck it, you. It has 1.5 growth. It has 1.5 growth. Igor! Good evening, Igor. Look at it. How does growth work? It's just a multiplier. Okay, now for the main problem that we'll have. We need to get stats for it. We have stats. They're all over here. We can take those stats. In other words, you, my darling, you, genome. We need to stay with type 1. We always need to stay type 1. We stay with a pigment. We stay with a species. This doesn't matter. We want this, this. But because we need to stay type 1, this is going to get a bit fucky. It is going to get a bit fucky, right? We do colors afterwards, Ringsong. We do colors way later. Way, way later. The problem is our move pool. The problem is our move pool. I'm fully relying on the fact that this thing is just going to get an interesting move pool by itself. There. That should do it, right? Is that right? Fuck. Nah. Hold on, did I mix this up? Like, it needs to be inverse now. And I believe I started with 2 on these, and now they're 1 of these. Yeah. I think so. I think we got this right. You want one on the bottom 4? Do I? We're gonna deal with this thing later. It's time to run around with 4 eggs. I can be wrong. I always fuck these up too. I always get this wrong too. It's such a simple thing, but... Okay, there are the first 2 eggs. These are the other ones. These are the Grinny boys. Interesting. A bold new child rises to meet the day, and it shouldn't. It really shouldn't have had. We are... There's the second egg. Should be the same thing. Different form, but same thing. Okay. And then the plan is we fuse both of those together in order to make our pursuit. And that's all fine. Hello. How you doing? Yo, what up? The pose, dude, the pose. Whee! Okay. And now we're going through the desert while we wait for these eggs to hatch anyway. There's a narwhal over there. And also there's loot. The dual serpent creatures, we've seen those a bunch of times. Interesting. We're not doing the random battles right now. We're like, I'm worried about our level. We're like super over leveled. I don't even know whether we're over leveled. We just have levels. Be careful in those canyons north of you. You could get boxed in by some monsters. We haven't been here yet, right? Like... Desperado Province? Why do I feel like we might have been here before? Wait, this man looks edgy. Is that your old friend? No, of course not. It's been far too long since since then. Another time, another place. What do you mean? It doesn't matter. All I've lived through has passed into fiction. You should focus on this world, this present day, instead of looking back. If you can't or won't, I don't want to. Many people are blind to the world around them and think you have some kind of blah, blah, blah. Perhaps once you reach the end of it, there will be peace. It's not my strong suit anymore. Oh, there's something bubbling just under your skin, hot and boiling. You know, right bubble. This game really likes to yap, dude. Why sort of monster has many wings and has powers over lightning? If you find a monster like that, won't you bring it to me? Sure. Many wings, power over lightning. This is the problem. Anything I want can have power over lightning. Pteranodon with me. Mom's astrology results showed up today and turns out we were right to go right to the what the fuck? Early stage of huh? Oh, okay. So it's a good thing you went early. Well done and responsible. I say this is a desert region, but this has way more fucking water than anything. What I want to know is those little side areas, right? Wait, no, I've been in there. We've been in this cave, so... And there are the other 2 eggs. Have I explored this area? I want to get to the north thing real quick and see what that's about. Because it might be on this mountain, and then we have to fuck with this mountain. Not many people come out this way. How are you? I'm fine. In control, it's some super garage, blah blah. Have you ever met the same person twice? If I walk away for 10 minutes and come back, I'll have met you twice. Am I the same? Oh my god. Oh, this is just philosophical ramblings that don't matter, but thank god we had 10 dialogue boxes on them. There is one really important, like, I'm not a good writer, right? Like, I'm not a good writer, and I don't write anything interesting. Never have, never will, outside of a fucking SCP. So don't take my word for it. But just because you can write it, doesn't mean you fucking should. Like, I want you to know that. This is where we'll go next once we finish the eggs real quick. But for that, we need to head to the city, which is on the left. If I'm allowed in, I am allowed in. The Barge HQ. Always watching. Great. This looks dystopic. All I want to know is, where's your fusion place? Is it this one? No. All of these doors and transition screens were necessary. Okay, there's the stork. Found the stork lift. Where's the fusion place? Gambit? Uh-oh. There it is. There it is. Okay. First things first. Is it Vegas? It's not warm enough for that yet. I have no idea what we just hatched, if I'm being entirely honest with you. Mind you, this is the one that we may have fucked up, so... Oh, let's have a look. Sorry. Cabreo. So this is just the this is just the normal non-evolved one. And I did fuck up the stats? Wait, did I not fuck up the stats? Wait, I'm confused. I am confused. Why are they... Why are they... Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh. So what are we doing? We're doing relentless stuff. We're definitely keeping Silver Dash. Our move pool is bad. Just generally bad. What is Miasma? Evil energy spread to the opponent, which has a 30% chance of inflicting mute on the opponent. I don't care about mute. That's not a problem at all, brethren. That is not the problem whatsoever. So, we have the good stats on the front. We need the good stats on the back. That's what's messed up. These are just the same creature. So, if I want the good stats on the back, We go you, you. But the type of the first one, right? Pigment of the first, species of the first. Go. Right? And now we've got the good sets on the back end instead of the bad magic and the bad resistance. A 5.5 increase probably warrants doing this again. Except that we don't want this. And I just realized the type doesn't matter. The type does not matter. Oh, but if the type doesn't matter, then... Do I need to make a relentless fodder creature with those stats in order to just get the right version? Ugh. I'm tired. I think that's the problem, right? But if I breed those two together, then that doesn't work. Because they'll just go base form. So I need a relentless fodder that is baseline relentless. Right? I need to... yeah. In other words, welcome to part 2, where we go... You're not baseline relentless, though. That's a form. We could go Dragos Bane. That would do it. Dracupier would do it. Let's go Dracupier. And then same problem. We need to stay on type for the first one, always. And then here are the good stats up front. I don't care about species or pigment. Oh no, we care about species, we don't care about pigment. We sent that. So we've got the good stats up front. And then we do that again. But with the good stats in the back. Right? I think. Yes. And then the growth stat doesn't matter because we're taking that from Snake anyway. Okay. Swear. Now all we need to do is hatch all of those eggs and then fuse the same ones together. And one of these snakes is superfluous. So these two go together and these two go together. And then that is good stats back and front, good stats back and front. A snake that we can then evolve, and then we give it the relentless item. And then we have this thing, but in good. Theoretically. Very, very theoretically. Maybe. I don't know anymore. My head hurts. The other thing that was suggested, we can do that really quickly, is to set materials. Because we set this up, we might as well finish it, right? Good stats front on 2, good stats back on 1. There, like that. That's weird. I didn't... oh, because I didn't set it? There we go. Growth needs to be the other one. But I think speed was the same anyway, so it doesn't matter. Oh no, let's stay speed where it is. We can just change. Nope, that's not. Never mind. No, now we're losing the speed. Never mind. So we don't have an overlap in this one. See, this is what I mean. This is what I mean with... It's so easy to fuck this up, because now they're not balanced and it doesn't allow you to do that. One of these needs to be the first one. Normally we have one stat overlap, right? It's speed, right? Like both have good speed. And then you can just pivot that one. But for some reason this time I didn't do that. I don't care. There's our pursuit. A bold new child rises to meet the day. And then... I'm just gonna try this. We're probably not gonna send it fully. Where's the normal Hookla we have? There you are. But I do want to know what this looks like there. You can already see it blinking. No! I'm not making that. Not making that. Nope. Not making that. Dude, of course you'd say that. I'm not making the Aphid monster. Nope. That's not happening. Absolutely fucking not, dude. Absolutely not. So, I'm just gonna wait for the eggs before we do anything else. I don't actually, like, want to progress. Because I want to set out the eggs. And then once those are done, we can get our little snake creature, and then we have a little snake creature. Mind you, there's a bunch of things that are wrong with it. Like, its abilities are gonna be bad, probably. And its move pool is gonna be awful, at least the inherited move pool. I'm hoping that it learns something worthwhile. But who fucking knows? Who fucking knows? I certainly do not. It looks weird, but we love it. I mean... Me, right? Optigers would make an ideal companion to a traveling tamer. They can see 360 degrees around themselves. The flame would make you an unstoppable headhunter. I mean, just because the monster sees everything doesn't mean you do. Gualops Spicy Meat House. They must have gone out of business a while ago. Gualops were like a really big creature in the first one because they were like the meat creature that everyone ate all the time. I promise you will wake up on time. Yeah. Wait, you're so cool. What the fuck? Never mind, that is my favorite Dracupia version. That's just Ruby. That is just Wooby. Who put Wooby in my game? I can just send them that. Like, once the other one hatches, we'll send him that. There we go. Hold up. Screenshot. Screenshot. And then we find the Wooby. Oh, no, not like that. My god. Eventually. Doing this with one hand is just like not good. Alright, there we go. One Wooby messaged. So those two are done. And I hope I didn't fuck them up again. Let's go fuse them. And then it's just the plant creature that needs to be done. Would be 1. Would be 2. Really quick relearn move trip. The fuck is Blood Gluttony? Oh, it's restored his HP. Wait, I love this. Hold up, I love this. This I want to keep at all costs. We keep Black Magic. Oh, we're really just going Malice. Unfortunately, we're going to be a Relentless creature, but, you know. One can't help it, I suppose. I kind of want to keep all of these moves. I like all of them. Okay, Fuse. So we've got good stats on... good stats front on 2. Good stats back on 1. The type doesn't matter, right? And then pigment doesn't matter, and that should be correct. High, 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 high. Okay. Cool. This one, at least I didn't fuck up. And then if I did this correctly, which I'm still doubting I did, if I did this correctly, then this one is Relentless and we just need to wait for the last egg. Okay. Now we wait. One last egg. So you went Goth Kid on a Vamp Kid? I mean, what's the difference? Please be right. Please. You're the last piece of the puzzle. This is the last piece of the puzzle. If I did it correctly. We're about to find out. Set. Set. Two into 1. Okay, hold up. High, 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 equal, high, high, high. Okay. We got the stats right. That's the important part. Now let me very quickly go through what little we have of move coverage. Our main problem is that Relentless moves for us suck. We don't really have shit, do we? Ah, this is gonna be... You know what? Hold up, let's... I also still don't know how movement inheritance actually works. Sometimes it just doesn't inherit shit. Double checking, go. Send. Now here's the question. Do we use an item on this first and then fuse the Relentless? Or do we fuse the Relentless and then use the item? That I do not know. But I'm pretty sure it's item first. That's exactly what we did earlier, right? So, go. Grow my little miscreant, and then we go set material. These should now both have the exact same stats. These should now have, if I just look at Fuse real quick, it doesn't fucking matter. The only difference is that the Cobrio has 1.5 growth. That's the only difference. Cool. So, last check for moves. We do have Shadow... Wait, we have Shadow Servant. I want... Oh, I want that. Shadow Servant and then Blood Gluttony. We get to make a little guy and then we get to heal. Wait, I like that. Shame we don't have an attack stat worth anything, but we have one Relentless move. Proud of that. And over here we didn't keep shit, huh? That's fine. It's fine. Wait, genome editing? There we go. No stat fucking happened? Yeah, of course not. Why would it? Evo will change your stats? It didn't. Every single time we've used an Evo item so far, it hasn't changed stats at all, Ringsong. We did it, we compared it on the first one we used it on. We compared it on this one. It just flat out doesn't. There's no difference. Yay! This thing's also not gonna leave the team. I can already tell you this is just I'm keeping this. I love it. We're keeping this bugger. Let me relearn moves real quick. I do massively dislike that the move relearner is the fusion trainer. Blood Gluttony. Rivers of Gold for self buff. Silver Dash is good. I like Silver Dash. Priority move, 10 movement points. We just have Black Magic again, and then Inferno. We have Piercing Gaze now. 30% chance to petrify the opponent. We could do that. But once again, we're just a melee attacker, right? We're just a melee attacker again. Okay, so here's another question. What's our passive? Cannot be afflicted with rage and fast metabolism. We don't have a beneficial passive, I don't care. We don't have a negative passive either, I don't care. This is good enough. Saved. What do you see how Topsy Skull looks on this? No. Because it's just gonna fuck the form, and I don't really want to mess with that. Blind Mushroom Snake! We did it! We did it! What does it look like if I... Oh, I know what it looks like if I move it, huh? Yeah, I hate that. But we can ride the penis snake now. We can surf the penis snake. Dude, surfing USA, let's go. Why? 90% magic. Malice attacker, brethren. Malice. We don't have a good melee stat in anything we've captured. Our magic stat is like 7. Our melee stat is 3. But everything good this thing has is malice based. But you're also, like, what you're saying is also correct. What you're saying is also correct, I just didn't say it. Do not ride the penis snake, but what if I want to ride it vigorously? Like up and down the road? Let's give this a save, everyone. Ducklings, I'm gonna keep stream today a bit short. In fact, like, this is what I might be doing for the rest of the week. I might be keeping a stream a bit shorter. I need to rest my arm. On Saturday, I'm obviously about to put a lot of strain on it, so I want to see whether I can get, like, rid of this before Saturday, which means I'm going to be resting a bit more. Country cares make do, that's exactly what we do. So, we've accomplished great things. We've gotten a flower dog that we're not using, and then we've gotten a flower penis snake that we are using. I do not feel bad about that whatsoever. Monster Crown continues to be fun. This is the important thing, right? Like, today we've gotten a bit more into the things that aren't good about the game. We found a couple more things that just, like, don't work well or that are too repetitive or too... We can see the budget, right? Like, flake off of it. We found more of those. But overall, I'm still having a great time with it. This is such a great improvement. And it is a really, really worthwhile entry in the Monster Tamer genre, unlike its predecessor. Budget almost always comes with drawback, and that's just normal. Overall, this one still really holds up. With that being said, everybody, I am going to fuck right off. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, or night, or evening. Whatever it currently is, wherever you are. Remember, this Saturday, there's a 12-hour stream coming up, and I'm really excited for it. Thank you all, and good night.